Wow. Oh, konnichiwa! Why is that dog so big? Don't... Stop it. Everything's weird. Why am I in top chat? Put me in live chat. Okie dokie. Hi! Okay, for those who are watching the VOD, it's 10 minutes past when I usually start stream because I was having some issues. You can look in the chat replay. Listen, if anyone wants to know what the problem was, if they're very interested, the problem was that I hit start stream in OBS and it just didn't. It simply didn't. It didn't start stream. Why didn't it start stream? I don't know. It just didn't. So I had to manually enter the stream key and the server that I was streaming to like an animal. But here. And also my chat isn't working properly because I had to manually enter the stream key, so I can't type messages in chat without opening YouTube in another browser, another window. I will ask someone to test the content warning for me. Can someone put !CW? Eventually I'll start trusting that the system works, but until then I'm gonna ask that people test it for me. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Dallas! Ah! Happy August to you too! Yes, is that the correct link? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Oh, I can heart super chats. Ooh. So I can acknowledge that I've seen it. But thank you, Dallas. Ah. But we did it. We worked it out. If you're noticing that my VTuber is moving around a lot more than it usually does, it's because I messed with my settings a little bit to see if I could make myself a little bit more emotive. I did mess with how much I smile. I still can't frown though because I just can't frown. This happened like a year ago because I got this model on my first anniversary, so yeah, it would have been nearly a year ago. By the way, at the end of this month is my anniversary stream. Come check it out. But yeah, I realized if I frown, here, I'll tell you exactly what happens. Here's a behind the scenes look at how VTuber models work. So whatever position my mouth is in is a value between 0 and 1. Like how upturned my mouth is. Like where the corners of my lips are, I guess. If they're up or down, that's a value between 1 and 0. My resting face, if I'm just not making an expression, my value is about 0.3. So it means, so I know from that I have resting bitch face. Mathematically I do apparently, because it's lower than 0.5. No, it doesn't work like that. But basically if I smile, the value goes all the way up to 1, which is reasonable. So my smile makes my VTuber smile. If I frown, it stays at 0.3. Like, I can't make my mouth turn down. Like, it just doesn't go down. I can't get it to 0. I can't get it to go to 0. Hang on. I just got to go down to 0.2 by manipulating my face with my fingers. And that was only to 0.2. I can't get it to go all the way down. I don't know how. My mouth doesn't go down that far. Why doesn't my mouth go down that far? Anyways, we're playing Teenage EXOCOLONIST today. There are content warnings. Here are they. You can type !CW in chat to see them. Last stream I did like 4 hours because I got really invested. And I just got really into it. I don't know if I'll do 4 hours today, but I might go a little late just because stream wasn't working at the beginning. We'll go at least 10 minutes past my usual stream end time. But where we're at, we're solidly in. Oh, I can just give him a hug. I accidentally clicked on Rex. Happy face upside down. But currently we are at age 16, so we're over halfway through the game, because this is from ages 10 to 20. And, right, so I have things I want to do. I wanted to get bravery 30. I need bravery 30, so I can do that boss mission in the pyramid. And I think I wanted engineering 40 for something. I don't remember what I needed engineering 40 for something, but I remember thinking I gotta get engineering to 40. So we'll do that. I think it was bravery 30. I don't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it was 30. Oh, a crystal. It won't show me if I go here, will it? But yeah, it was here. If someone wants to go back to the previous VOD and check, so I don't need to build Freddy 5-bit, I do. Chippy shared on Maxi's stream this morning that one of their new vocal tics is saying now Freddy Fazbear is Freddy Trans Bear, and now I'm gonna think about that a lot. I love Freddy Trans Bear. But yeah, we're in a new location. I just got the photo fauna, and that ups my bravery and my creativity, I think, which is very useful to get a way to upgrade my bravery without having to play sports, because I am playing this as me, as Nomia. I'm not playing this optimally, I'm playing it as me, and I would not play a sport. I simply would not. How's nomi-nomi going? Yeah, Nomi wants creativity. I'll give a present to Nomi, because they're me. Have a crystal. Wow, makes rainbows is perfect, thank you so much. I like rainbows too! The quickest way to bravery breakpoint is cape, which means you probably need kudos. Oh right, and there were lots of, ooh! Hello. You find nomi-nomi in the lounge, flanked by 2 holoscreens and doodling in a sketchbook with real paper. One holoscreen is playing an animated kids show, while the other is a wall of text that looks like it might be a translation guide of some kind. Nomi's attention moves between the 3 easily. Relatable. When they see you, they jump and quickly close their holoscreen, sitting up straight and clutching their sketchbook to their chest. Oh hi, Nomia! They giggle, rubbing the back of their head charmingly. How you doing? It's okay, you can watch cartoons here. Nomi relaxes a little, breathing an exaggerated sigh of relief. Good, because I really like cartoons. They weren't allowed to watch a cartoon! They're more like you, god damn it! Nomi sets their sketchbook aside and looks around conspiratorially. I thought you were gonna bust me for jailbreaking my holopad, they say. All the Helio kids have restrictions on what we can watch and for how long, but you guys have so many more cartoons than we had. Nomi throws their arms in the air. Like the first season of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform! What?! I love Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? Nomi cries, slapping their hands to their cheeks. Really? It's the best cartoon ever made. What else has schoolgirls who look like aircraft from the waist down, battling evil aliens while dealing with the stresses of high school life? You have to agree, you were pretty fond of the arc in the 3rd season where Kamiya and Otoko disagreed about whether Haruka could be truly considered a hyperjet if she was part helicopter. The Helio Media Archive only had season 2 through 9 and only 3 of the OVAs, Nomia says, puffing their cheeks out. I can't believe in the 4th OVA, Flight Captain Yumiko gets captured by the aliens and brainwashed into thinking she's been an alien sleeper agent the whole time. You hadn't seen the 1st season? So Nomi shrugs and pokes one finger into their cheek. Spaceship kids make do. You don't have to know everything about something you like in order to call yourself a fan. True! Nomi continues. Just liking it with all your heart is good enough. Oh, Nomi's enthusiasm. Nomi laughs and flips over their sketchbook, showing off some of their drawings. I was drawing fan art for the show, they say. Well, it's kind of fan art. Okay, it's really more like if I was a character in Hypergirl Transform. This is me. I don't have high enough empathy. This looks good, keep at it. Oh, thanks, Nomia. Nomi says, shooting you a stunning smile. I will for sure. God damn it, they're just me. They're just me is the problem. She's making OCs. They're they. Which is again, like me. I'm kind of stressed out too. I think I'm gonna practice Holophona some more. Photophona. Sorry, Holophona is the fucking one that is the... Photophona doesn't up my bravery that much though. It's only by 1 and I need 5 more. It might be worth doing some sport. It might be worth doing some sport. Oh! Nem takes a big pull from her canteen, sighs and rubs the back of her hand over her mouth. Hooey, Nomia, this training business is hard. Want to train together? Nem suggests you practice some hand-to-hand combat and then kicks your butt in the absolute most literal sense. She leans over while you're on the floor, completely gassed. You okay? She laughs. I didn't go too hard, right? Okay. Yeah, I got hurting a friend. Oh! Also, I'm kind of worried about Nem. I'm worried that Nem's gonna get converted to fascism. So maybe I'll keep an eye on her. Backs on the walls, lookout duty, deception, combat, bravery. Yeah, I need more bravery. Yeah, and I want to keep an eye on Nem too. Let's play sports ball, I guess. You were never really into sports ball, but you could use some mindless exercise. You know Rhett has taken over as coach since Com died, though he seems a bit too focused on getting sports balls players to sign up for the defense force. Hang on, who is Rhett again? Is Rhett the... Do I have them here? Oh, Rhett's here. Yeah, Rhett's that guy. Right. You show up for practice and spot Vase and Rex on the pitch, standing with a healthy distance between the two of them. Vase is surrounded by a group of friends, and Rex is buffing a sports ball in his head and chest. Nem is here as well. She's wearing Com's old sports ball jersey. Red picks her as captain for one team and you as the other. Who do you pick for your team? I kind of want Vase on my team because I don't want Nem near Vase. Well, obviously you want to win it like Vase, not friendless loser like Rex. What? That's not what I thought. Even if he's good at the bop. Vase struts over, snubbing Rex as he goes. Rex doesn't seem to mind being picked last after every one of Vase's friends. I just don't want Vase to be near... I don't want Vase to be near Nem. I don't trust him. Okay. Think you should be befriending the Zuko looking guy? I don't like him. He seems like a fascist. 14. All of these need gems, and I don't have any gems. I'll do this. Oh, Supergirl! Manipulation, Nomia. Toughness, kudos. Okay. Your team wins. Great work out there, Vase crows, slapping you on the back. Way to make me look good. I hate you. Nem jogs over. Wow, she says with eyes only for Vase. Great moves. You really killed this one. Well, geez, it's not like you were team captain or anything. Plus 1 bravery. Okay. 8 stress. I'm at 90. Better keep your enemies close. Sun rises again after glow, heralding a new year. It's your 16th birthday. You wake in your new quarters, blinking into the watery sunlight. Dust motes float through the air, and you take a moment to enjoy the perfection of your bed while listening to the sounds of the colony waking up outside. So much has happened in 1 year. Just a few short months ago, you thought your life was over. Now it's better than ever. There's plenty of food, and the colony is safe. You even have your own bedroom. You're considering snoozing up until your parents wake you up when your reverie is interrupted by someone sitting on your balcony. Dis! It's Dis! He's on your balcony? How'd you get up here? How do you get up there? You're finally awake, Diz says, slipping off your railing. I thought you were going to sleep away your whole birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. You watch the sunrise in companionable silence. Your parents wake up shortly after that and order your traditional big birthday breakfast feast. Is Diz the highest one? Is the one I have highest friendship with? He is. Was that like a secret scene? Because he's my friend? I remember seeing 16. Cringe times. True. Oh, I wanted to check the... Right. I forgot about that. I wanted to check the supply depot. Because I can buy clothes now, and these will really help. Yeah, that gives me plus 30 bravery. I do not have the money for that. Plus 10 to all. That might help. 20 persuasion. Unicut's. Oh, Unicut's old hat! Fuck! Okay. This was probably useful. I mean, if you do the math, this gives you 30 bravery, and this gives you 30 points, and this gives you 40 points. But this has a better challenge bonus. I don't have enough kudos though. I'm gonna do sports ball again so I can see if I can get more bravery. Play sports ball. I'm pretty stressed out though. Security chief interrupts your afternoon training to address the group. Nem perks up. This seems important. Since the original colony was destroyed, Rep begins, we have needed every skilled security officer we can find to defend our home. And now with Governor Lum's blessing, age is no longer a requirement. We are looking for young recruits to join the ranks of the defense squads. This is a serious job. He punches his hand for emphasis. You'll be soldiers, not little kids learning self-defense or peering down from the safety of the walls. You'll be in danger. You need to be brave and know around your way around a weapon. Step forward if you think you have what it takes to defend our colony. I mean, it'll probably, if I think from a gameplay point of view, I probably want to do it, but from my point of view as a character, I don't want to. Good, he says to those who step forward, including Nem. For the rest of you, if you change your mind and want to join real soldiers, you know where my office is. I don't want to. Okay. There we go. So bravery, plus 3 bravery. There we go. That's 30 bravery. I need to get my stress down though. I might rest. And then go out. Did I want engineering for something to do with Tang? That's reasoning 40. Perhaps I was too quick to judge a soldier, she says. In the past, great scientific advances have been made in service to the military. Ultrasounds, the microwave oven, blood transfusions, even the internet, which was precursor to holopalm connectivity. Maybe a way to work in tandem for the good of humanity. Eesh. What's your favorite song that fits for the summer? In general? Does Bim Bam Boom... Is Bim Bam Boom summery enough? Bim Bam Boom, Bim Bam Boom, Bim Bam Boom, Bam Bam Boom. That song's pretty good. Currently, Strawberry Rush. Crushing it. Characters photo phone. It has plus 5 stress. I need to relax. Relax on the walls, maybe. Or relax. I might relax in geoponics with my parents. That'd be nice. In the park. Yeah, relax in the park. Ooh, one bond with Popeye. Cal likes to spend the evenings outside in the garden with you. It stays warm for a long time out here, even after the last sun sets. It's still so different than the constant temperature of the stratospheric. Living on board a spaceship felt like nothing. You never thought about the temperature or humidity at all. But the weather is always changing here. Always a little warm and humid, even in the quiet. The month off. Doing paperwork. No, that's a good card. I like that one. Okay. Okay. We're going to try that bravery challenge again. I dis. It's gonna be tricky. Hang on. I wanna. What do I have? Okay. +1 to +5 to challenges, +10 to combat. I think I'll keep that for now. Let's try and go. Okay, survey the ridge. All events have respawned, yes. Okay. How do I get to that location? If I can remember correctly. Trying to buy things. I think it was down and to left. Got a hummy thing. I might investigate the hummy thing. Okay, find your way blocked by a massive wall. No, hollow pillow, knocked over and lying on its side in sand. Absolutely massive. Oh yes, this one. Engineering challenge. We draw hand. Okay, try that. Okay. It might be best to add 2 to this because that's really bugging me. Okay, I'm just 3 away. Oh, that actually lowered my score. I have 2 of these. Okay. Damn. I can do another. Okay, good. Alright, G's a lot, but that's okay. Kudos +1 engineering. Okay. Find more scraps of converted domain writing and technology. Document everything and bring it back to Utopia. Okay, that was tricky, but that's okay. I don't want to push through with my stress. Because I might need to save it for the thing I'm trying to do. I'm looking for a yellow exclamation point. I think it was over here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but we're gonna find it. Oh, another crystal cluster. Down here. Flower. Strange device. Oh, Utopia. Utopia sent a team of geologists to get a closer look at the region's weird terrain. You come across them working and Utopia beckons you over. Nomia, she says, drawing everyone's attention to you. Nomia, come here. Everyone, Nomia's been working in this area for a while, and I'm sure they've got plenty of information on what's out there, or out here. Do you all just politely turn to you and listen? Here's what we got so far, Utopia says, speaking directly for you. Judging from how the layers of sedimentation are broken up, this place used to be pretty flat, for there must have been a ton of earthquake activity, ripping up the land and bringing out these huge ridges. We can date the quakes around the time a lot of these ruins were created, she adds. And we're looking, but we haven't seen anything built after them, like that was the old convergent domain. These broken up layers are the same across the planet, something sure happened about 20,000 years ago. Help them work. Set up a drone hive to measure the sediment layers along the cliffside and learn a few things about rocks. I love to learn things about rocks. Is it down here? No. Here. These. Is it that? Yes, it's this. Glide back down. Yep. Follow. Okay. Approach the streets until you approach the set of the alley. Okay. Just to get the other buildings. Smaller, more deteriorated buildings dot around the valley. Purpose is unknown. There are also dozens of little obelisks, a couple meters wide with circular design on one side. Approach a random one of these on the edge of the valley. You lean on one of the round designs and the iris dilates open, sections grinding back like the world's rustiest automated door. There we go. This is what I need a bravery 30 for. Now you're looking through a large round door into a small featureless room. Quite small, quite featureless, totally dark, very creepy, but you can hear a faint hum as it's still powered. Okay. Bravery hard. 90. Okay. Here we go. Okay. 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 Might actually try this. Yeah, because I want to keep the gem. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, that gets a +3 because it's there. So move it over here. Still got 38 to go. Okay. Do I want to redraw this? I don't know if I can do it with these cards. I can't. Oh wait, I can push through though. I must push through. I'm gonna push through. Okay. You walk in, just close behind, and suddenly the iris closes, the floor lurches, and you're moving down an elevator! The elevator squeals and grinds away like it hasn't been used in literally thousands of years. It doesn't go far, then grinds to a halt, and the iris opens to reveal a large room with obsidian walls. Like all convergent domain spaces, it's more cave than room, with stalactites everywhere and giant lumpy mounds of fungus. You wonder if the obsidian stuff they built with melts over time, running and dripping in extreme slow motion. There are consoles on the walls, like this is some kind of control room maybe. Most of it is long, dark, and covered with a thick layer of dust, except one device with 2 weird, bony, knobby sticks poking out of it. Just touch off at random, baby! Poke at things and grab random sticks, and grab sticks at random until suddenly, you cease to be yourself. You're like a visual, audio, weirdly tactile representation of something vast. You have a feeling of being in a large and complex space. No, like you are the space, a digital space, like a computer system. As if you were sucked inside a 3D representation of the HoloNet, and you can see files and processes and whole worlds of data, but in alien formats that speak to you more in sensation than logic. You let go of the sticks and the console room comes back. You grab them again and understanding fills your head. It feels not all that different from your bouts of deja vu, remembering. Like of memories being inserted into your mind and suddenly you just know how to use this interface. You just think where you want to go or what you want to know and away you go. Oh, the word array comes to mind. A network of computers hosting millions of data nodes and information on every part of the planet, from weather to soil conditions to individual creatures. Not just computers, but entities that feel intelligent and also digital artificial consciousness like your ship's AI congruence. They're processing all that data and triggering subroutines to make minute changes on the planet's surface. Then a booming voice enters your brain and obliterates all else, speaking more in abstract thought than words, but loud. What are you doing in Wormhole Observatory Array Console 5, you nosy little creature? Then an explosion in your head, and you're thrown backwards and out of the array. There must have also been an explosion in your hands, which are now singed. The console is blown out and dead. You're shaking. You're shaken. Something didn't like you poking around in there. And whatever the array is, whatever lives in it has been watching you, probably ever since you landed. You tell Dis about the array and the voice is saying Wormhole Observatory. He looks around impressed. The convergent domain will show up to some shit, he says. And now you know about the array and how to access it. That could come in very useful if it turns out to be a danger to your colony. You decide to call it a day. Your arms feel tingly and weak from getting electrocuted and your heart is still thumping a mile a minute. But you'll be back. Should I keep exploring or should I go home? I kind of want to keep my stress low so I can do other stuff. I think I might go home. Bit the Mars exploring. 3 perception, 2 engineering. That place gives me engineering, which is useful. You're working by the buzzing of your holopalm. It's a colony-wide alert. You rub your eyes and ponder the thickness of the air seeping into your bedroom through the open veranda door. It's ominous but beautiful sight. The seasonal pale pink haze has turned deep fuchsia with scintillating silver sparkles through the shimmer. Thankfully, you've all been inoculated against the shimmer, because this looks like a bad year for the airborne spores. To be safe, you stay inside and seal your doors and windows tightly. You spend time playing holo games with your dad. After a couple days, the pollen fog passes without incident. Ooh, if I didn't find that cure, that would have been a bad month, huh? That would have been bad, huh? But it's okay, because I did. And my dad's alive and everything's fine. Is there anything to pick up? Anything interesting going on around here? I might want to make some more money so I can buy some clothes. Everyone just hanging around. I really want to get my engineering up. I don't remember why I wanted my engineering up. Why did I want my engineering up? I wanted it up for some reason. Why was it? Does anyone remember? I like money. I feel like there's probably work to do in the engineering. Oh yeah, I can tutor children. Friendship with Nomi! Teaching of the supply depot, worth of fun, and there's an engineering breakpoint in the RP of it. I think so. Engineering. Nomi is in engineering? Engineering +2 reasoning. I do want more empathy because my empathy status is really low, and that feels sad. Friendship with Nomi. Nomi's teaching kids. Both of them are in engineering. Let's do that. You and nomi-nomi are doing independent study after hours when they stand up from their beanbag chair and do a little victory dance. Yes, they shout, it worked! Look, Nomia! They throw something to your holo screen. The intro for the game QQ Bishonen Kusetsu comes up on screen, and Concurrence's Flu Room holo projectors decorate the walls with blue sky and rolling hills. Peppy battle music fills your ears. Oh, so Nomi's in engineering so they're gonna be a game dev! Nomi claps their heads proudly. I installed on the classroom mainframe, they exclaim. It's so much faster. There's no latency at all. Suddenly the lights go out. Nomi screeches and hangs on to you in the dark. The lights flicker back on, but only a few seconds at a time before going dark again. The temperature drops. The holo projectors no longer display lush meadows, but instead a ramshackle wooden cabin with various horrible instruments hanging on the wall. Hello, children. Oh no, Nomi moans. I must have installed it onto Congruence's memory. She's being affected by the game's code. Congruence's holo projector appears in the middle of the room. She's facing away from you, but when she slowly turns around, you're horrified to see that her face is smeared away and featureless. Do you want to play? Yeah. Oh my god. An unnatural growling noise fills the room. Nomi squeaks and hides behind you, but it doesn't matter. The noise is everywhere, surrounding you. Congruence's hollow projected form flickers and becomes a shaggy manticore with glowing eyes, and then it's gone. A howl echoes off the walls. The hunt is on. You and Nomi fight your way through Congruence's hollow projected nightmare, encountering beasts the likes of which you've only seen in books from Earth. They stalk you through misty forests and trap you in dank-looking cellars. This is just a whole game in the game. This could be a whole game. They scream and moan and cry and howl. You've never been so scared from a horror game. It feels so real. I didn't make this, Nomi says. They're just heaving as they look around for the next creature. This isn't even the game I installed. Congruence, the manticore reappears, a ghoulish apparition. Is this what you wanted? No, Nomi screams. Nomia, what do we do? Oh, I don't have enough engineering to fix it myself. Apologize to Congruence. You repent profusely for hacking in and messing with Congruence's system files. Beside you, Nomi bows deeply to the hologram monster and promises to never do it again, if only you'll stop hunting them and make this scary game end. The lights flicker back on and Congruence's hollow projector smiles cheerily. You solved my puzzle, she chirps, and plays a recording of cheering and clapping. I thought simply telling you not to install unapproved software would be boring, she continues. You'll certainly remember this lesson. Nomi clutches their chest. Yeah, for sure, they say. I'm never doing that again. Wow, Congruence. Okay. Okay. I mean, I can do it 3, 4. Oh no, I can't. I have to do it this one. Oh, there we go. Convenient. Oh, +2 engineering. I'm at 30 engineering now. Late pollen. Oh, Tang! You spot Tang sitting on a large boulder outside the lab. She's eating a pressed soy bar ration with determination, alternating bites with huge gulps of water to wash it down as quickly as possible. What are you doing out here? She stops her grim work long enough to acknowledge your question. I hit the limit on the number of consecutive hours they'll allow me to work in the lab, she says. So I'm taking a break, she says, making mock air quotes around the sentence. How dare they? That's what I said, Tang replies. They think they can boss me around because I'm younger. She scoffs. I'm smarter than any two of them combined. Ugh, Tang groans and rubs her bloodshot eyes. I just want to work, you know? It's so frustrating to be deep in the zone and feeling I'm just on the precipice of a discovery. And then someone tells me that apparently my genius is taking too long. I want them to treat me like I belong there, the way Dr. Instance does, Tang mutters. She actually respects me. They're just jealous that she likes me more. Tang slides off the boulder and you see the color bleed from her face as she stumbles into you, nearly crumpling on the ground. Oh, she grits out, leaning over while the dizziness passes. I thought the nutritional uptake of that bar would be quicker than a real meal, especially after taking into account the time required to walk to the cafeteria. She trails off, realizing she's clutching her jacket, and pushes you away. My apologies, she says, brushing herself off. I am, regrettably, it seems, only human. Tang scrubs her hands over her face. Sometimes it feels like I'm a prisoner trapped in my own body, like I can feel myself trapped in it, this stinking, sweating bag of meat and bad impulses, stuck with the burden of keeping it alive every day for the rest of my life, and her voice breaks. Tang, wait, are you crying? Tang scowls and wipes her eyes angrily. Reflexive lacrimation is an evolutionary response to emotional and physical stress, she snaps. In other words, no, I'm not crying. It's just this resentment for my physical form. It reminds me of when I was little, and incidents used the Dodotech to give me this body, the right body. Only this body's wrong too, she adds quietly. It's right in a lot of ways, but it's still imperfect. It's still human. Oh. I mean... yeah. If I were an AI, everything would be more simple. I could just do my work. I could just do what I'm good at. No messy biological functions, no emotions, just clear and beautiful purpose. I hate this, Tang sniffles. I hate feeling like this. I'm always here to listen, Tang. I'm not flirting with her. I'm flirting with her brother. It'd be weird to flirt with her too. Tangent manages a watery smile as she wipes her eyes. Thanks, she says. I apologize for being all wet on you. It won't happen again. Oh. Oh! She wipes her eyes and straightens her jacket, then takes a deep breath and holds it for 10 seconds. Her eyes are closed. By the time she opens them again, she looks ready to go back to work as if nothing happened. You admire Tangent's determination, but sometimes you think it might come at a price. Oh, what I learned about Tangent. Rebellion, loyalty. Right smack in the middle. More stoic and more intelligent. More intelligent than silly. Ew. I do like that's the... Where are you on that scale? in the comments. Tell me where you are on that scale. Okay, Nomi's here. Does anyone remember why I wanted engineering? Recited my usual 3 AM tantrum. True. I'm 8% silly. 80% silly, yes. Same. I don't know. I have smarts. I know math. Why the fuck did I want engineering? Why did I want it? What was it that I needed engineering for? What was it? I don't know. The radioactive plant. Oh, right! That's what it was! So I can study it without getting all radiated. Thank you, Dallas. More engineering. That only gives me +1 engineering. I think I actually get more engineering from exploring. Don't I? Survey the ridge. Yeah, that gives me 2 engineering. New boss event spawn too. I have pretty high stress though. There's another way to get engineering, but it falls for X. I have kind of high stress. I might just go for it. My stress is kind of high, but we'll just avoid unnecessary stresses. I can avoid events, so I realize that that's actually a perk that I have from being perceptive. Because I didn't used to be able to avoid these events. I thought I just could always avoid them and I just wasn't doing it, but no, I realized that that's actually a perception. Yeah, it slipped past all past blocking explore events. Like, I could just go right past them. I realized that's a perk that I got. Da, da, da. But we're looking for another... There's another... It said a new boss event spawned. It's up here. That's all that's up here. Yeah, keep going down. I think I'm getting a better mental map of this place. There's this little corner. So yeah, this place is hard to remember where you're going. It's over here. Eagle Eyes is almost too good for outside runs. Yeah. I maxed out perception so early. Okay, there it is. There's the exclamation point. Been saved a few times from certain doom, or at least discomfort, and it can't have been a coincidence. Something or someone has taken an interest in you. Just play long stay after bring Lucy in an 11-second go out. Is that okay? Of course, Mary. Being followed. You're beginning to get a feel for this place and its dangers, so the next time you hear the mournful hoot of a passing air squid, you head towards it instead of away, keeping an eye out for anyone watching you from the cliffs. There, just as you think you're going to have to grab its tentacles and fly it like a kite to get your savior to show up, you see a shadowy humanoid figure appear over the ridge. You make eye contact and both freeze. His almond-shaped eyes widen and is not quite human face, and he slips out of sight again. Track him carefully. Rather than just rush after him, you use your tracking skills to carefully follow his path and sneak up on him. He pounds like a manticore, and the two of you tumble to the ground. You pin his arms. Oh! Excuse me! Hi! Hello? Hi? Sir? I didn't mean to get a good look at his face for the first time. The long, delicate features. Metsim, I wasn't sure that it was possible this late. Oh! Her first run. First, oh! On tone his skin almost purple and is glittering. I met a yowie. I met a yowie. Before he can answer your questions, you jump off of him and back away. Who, what is he? He brushes the dirt from his clothes and stands up tall. He's kinda alien-y. His eyes are so high up. Yeah, and he's got a yowie chin. Very tall. You have to take another step back to get a good look at him. You catch a glimpse of pale purple wrist under his tattered black sleeves, delicate like bird bones. I am a gardener, he purrs, and you're trespassing on my planet. Now that you can see all of him, you confirm he's definitely not human. Besides the purple tint to his skin, he's also just constructed differently. Human but not, and taken as a whole, these little discrepancies add up to something that's decidedly alien. You're an alien? He laughs, a light and infectious chuckle that sounds more animal than human. It goes on for a bit too long. You think he might be poking fun at you. Actually, you're the alien here if you think about it. You do think about it. He's right. He jumps onto a large rock and crouches, eyeing you thoughtfully. Let's make a deal, he says. He speaks in an odd inflection, putting the wrong stress on things, but the words themselves come easily enough to him. I'm not supposed to talk to you, he says. I'm gonna try to do that. It's against the rules, but since you've caught me, I can grant you one wish. He smiles mischievously. Is this a joke? I wish to know more about you. He gives you a sly look. In time, Nomia. I hope we... He pauses and his eyes unfocus for a moment. He stares straight ahead, unblinking. Then he slowly stretches like a cat and stands up. Well, this has been fun, but I'm afraid duty calls. He doffs an invisible hat towards you. My name is Symbiosis, by the way. Or Sim if you like. He jumps behind the rock and disappears. Literally, he disappeared. You search all around and find no trace of where he might have gone or how. Stars, you just made an alien! Oh-ho! Intriguing. I think that was the boss event, so I think the rest... I might just use up all the stress and so I can have a rest month. Let's try this. You feel a little locust lands on your arm. God, I hate locusts! Ah! Oh, I hate locusts! Like it's cooling off for little guys all alone. Nope. Good thing too, for the whole swarm that was coming over the horizon. Ah! You heard that before they arrive. And when you come back later in the week, the entire place has been stripped of vegetation. The only things still standing are crystals glinting in the sunlight. Ew, I hate locusts. Ew, 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 ew. Listen, I'm not playing this game strategically. I'm playing as me. And if I saw a locust land on my arm, I would scream and leave. Oh! Oh! You're walking up a trail when you're caught by surprise. It's Sim, and he's running? You're knocked to the side as he pushes past you, running in the opposite direction with barely a glance. You shout and chase after him, but after a few seconds it becomes clear that you don't have a hope of finding Sim when he doesn't want to be found. You turn and continue along the path, and around the next bend you spot a familiar face. Utopia. She's collecting rock samples with a pickaxe, like an old-timey prospector. Who the hell was that, she demands? Do I tell? I trust Utopia, but currently we're kind of run by fascists with a big military. And I'm scared. Hi, Tony. I'm scared if I tell Utopia and Utopia tells the military people, they might try and hurt Sim. I didn't see anyone. Utopia squints at you. The man who just ran past, the tall guy dressed in black, how did you not see him? Shakes a pickaxe off the shoulder. Whatever, just watch where you're running, okay? The gravel's loose around here. Maybe check in with Dr. Instance. Get your eyes looked at. You agree, happy to be out of this conversation without any trouble, and continue along the path before Utopia asks any more questions. You work for a couple minutes before you see Sim again. He seems to be in good humor, despite the close call. Oh, he says, leaning against a tree. It's tiresome to be so secretive. He wipes his eyes, brimming with mirth. It's such a pleasure to be around you and Dis, not have to hide myself. Oh, Dis knows him too. He sobers quickly. I do appreciate your discretion, he says. It's not the right time for the gardeners to be formally introduced. To do so early would cause a great degree of chaos. Yes, even the female surveyor, he continues. I do like her, but I've learned from my limited experience with your kind that adults of your species do not react well to surprises. It's good you're here though, Sim continues, as I do need something from you. Data. What? Sim holds up his hands. Please do not be alarmed, he says placatingly. I do not mean sensitive information such as personnel and defenses. I mean only the contents of your digital cultural archive. Like holovids? Sim smiles. Yes, exactly. Your holographic recordings of movies, music, books, and cultural artifacts only. I promise. Why? Well, Sim says, isn't it kind of obvious? I wish to know more about your kind. I wish to learn how to... He struggles for the right phrasing. I wish to learn how to act in a way that is not so discomforting to humans. I'll do it. Sim's gentle smile grows warmly. Truly? He asks, clasping his hands. Oh, I thought you'd take a great deal more convincing. You are surprising. It's such a pleasure. He tells Sim... You can flirt with Sim. I don't know how old Sim is. I don't know how old Sim is. I'm only 16. I will not be flirting with Sim. A few questions of your own. That's fair, Sim says. It must feel frustrating to feel as though the truth is being withheld from you. Ignorance is not a yoke your kind bears easily. Please trust me when I say that my inability to answer your questions is born of circumstances beyond my control, and I am not a lack of desire on my part, he continues. I have full faith that you will know everything soon enough. Talk to you again. Take a closer look at Sim. I've got so much perception. I can bring him stuff! Can I bring him the strange device? Oh, he likes them! Sim examines the device for a moment and then hands it back to you. I think you'd better hold on to this, Nomia. You may need it later. He likes them. And he told me to hold on to it, which feels important. Sim here. 120. Dislikes nothing! Take a closer look at Sim. It's only fair that you observe Sim in the same manner that he often observes you, intently, and while hidden behind a tree. You pretend to leave then double back and watch him from a short distance away. You hope you'll see what he does when you aren't around. Sim looks like a human, if an alien had to draw a human entirely from written description. Too long, too tall, too long, his eyes too black, his whole posture too weirdly attentive. His hair is the most interesting part, so perfectly kept for someone who seems to live in the wilderness, and sometimes you swear it moves in ways hair shouldn't, like the first time you saw a time-lapse video of a flower turning towards the sun. God damn it! You watch in silence for nearly 10 minutes, but Sim does absolutely nothing. He tilts his head like he's listening to the wind, then he leans over to stare at a random patch of grass for far too long. Eventually he turns to stare straight at the spot you're hiding. He purrs. Do you like what you see, Sukabug? I don't know how old you are. Tell me how old you are, and then I'll flirt with you maybe. Perhaps. He tosses his long hair over his shoulder and extends his hands, baring himself for your inspection. It is not a crime to be curious, he says. Why, I find myself very curious about you. You look your fill now that he's offered. You find yourself constantly drawn back to his deep silver eyes and the hypnotic motion of his hair, and within moments you find yourself more relaxed. Sim's faint smile fills your vision, blanking out the rest of your senses. Do not be alarmed, he says. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well. I have the ability to induce a mild sedative effect in organic creatures. I find it useful in reducing their cortisol levels so I may tend to them more easily. If you find it soothing, I would be happy to use it on you at your request. You simply have to ask. I keep talking to him? I can. Could you help me calm down? Wait, will that lower my stress? You know what I asked? He's asking about the data he has to smuggle you out of... oh, I have to smuggle it out of engineering. Could you help me calm down? Of course, Sim murmurs, stepping into your space. His cool hands delight on your cheeks, tilting your head to look into his eyes. Within moments you feel the burdens of your day lift off your shoulders like a balloon floating away into the sky. Consciousness reassets itself sometime later, and you find yourself held in Sim's long arms. You blink away from the brain fog and pull yourself together, thanking him for the experience. Sim smiles. It was my pleasure, Nomia. Stay safe out there. It was only by 5. Take an even closer look. I've got max perception, baby. This time, you catch Sim doing something weird and alien. You send a survey drone to follow him, and watch through your holopalm as he heads into the forest. He comes to a sill pond and crouches by it, staring intently into the water. Then with a flick of his wrist, he snatches an eel from the depths and bites his head clean off! That was weird. Then he looks up at the drone and gives you a jaunty wave, as if he knew it was there all along. Wait, does Sim usually eat raw living animals, or was he just doing it because you knew he would try to catch him doing something weird? Okay. Okay, I have to smuggle something out of engineering for him. Okay. Oh. Precarious natural land bridge drops down slightly on both sides here. You kick a rock over the side, but don't hear it hit the bottom. Brush the bridge carefully. You shuffle across it slowly, examining the cracks and sticking to solid places. You accidentally send a few more pebbles skittering over the edge and think, better than me. 13 stress. I'm at 99 stress. I could do one more thing and then I'm dead. I die. Go here. Haven't been down to the deepest crevices of the ridges, where the crystals glow thick and the air is stagnant and dead. It's already sweltering on the ridges, but in the chasms you see the heat warping the air almost like a permanent fog. Utopia says the air's so thick and still that you can't even use your glider down there. Okay. At least one thing survives in the haze though. Oh, these again! It's this again. Okay. Okay. Yes. 29. Okay. Okay, 15. There we go. That. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Super goal even. Fantastic. You duck behind some roots and keep perfectly still as the creepy creatures float around and past you. They don't seem to be hunting for food. They must be on their way somewhere. Okay, air squid adults are solitary hunters, but these juveniles form large groups and move... Oh yes, I've already seen this. Continue worn out and tied to continue. Fantastic. Spent the month exploring. 2 engineering. 32. Oh, hi Dis! I need to relax. Hi Dis. You and Dis are sitting on the tailgate of one of your expedition vehicles, shelling boba seeds with your teeth and spitting the hard bits onto the ground. Now and then, one of you points out something funny a passing surveyor does, or spots something under the mush trees. This is the easiest way to talk to Dis, by not talking at all. Dis has always been like this. Being isolated from other kids has made him thoughtful. Out of everyone you think Dis might understand about Sim and be able to keep the secret, do you tell him? I trust him. I already know that he knows. Yeah, because Sim told me that he met Dis. You tell Dis that you saw something interesting when you were out on an expedition. Dis perks up immediately, turning to look at you. Yeah? What? I met an alien, Dis. Flirts with Sim. I can flirt with Sim by talking to Dis. His jaw drops. His face goes an interesting color. You're worried for a moment that he's going to be upset for teasing him, but no way. Dis hissed is leading in. But I met an alien too, Nomia. What was yours like? Like us, but an alien? He describes Sim, his long dark hair, his big eyes, his faintly purple skin, the way he never seems to answer any of your questions, just stares at your face. Wait, you met Sim too? You nod, and Dis's hands fly to his hair. He said he met another human kid, but didn't say who it was. It was you this whole time! This is a script error due to a weird thing, timing can happen when you're like 13. Oh, okay. You made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone else, Dis says earnestly. It's a weird expression on him. He said if other humans find out about the gardeners, we'd all be in a lot of danger. So we can talk about Sim, but we have to keep it a secret. Okay. Okay, this will be our secret. Dis nods, looking serious. Good, he says simply, then repeats it. Good. You go back to shelling boba seeds in silence, watching the colony go about its business. Need some time off. I'll be taking time off. Don't worry. Mother! Mother? Your mom and dad are taking a midday break in the shade of trellis and wave you over as you approach. Nomia, Nomia, come here, your dad says, pulling up a crate with his foot and patting the top invitingly. Come spend some time with your old mom and pop. How's your day been? Extra solely spectacular. Not bad. A fearless explorer, your mom drawls, taking a swig from her canteen. She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand and passes the canteen back to your dad. Made friends with any alien life forms yet? Your face goes on a journey. Friends with any... What? Do they know about Sim? How could they? Your parents chuckle at your expression. Wow, Nomia, your dad says. You know, like the little hop eyes that sneak in, or a blip bug? Oh, those kinds of aliens. You thought for sure they were asking about Sim, but hey, while they're accessing... Nope, just boring old humans. Mom and Dad nod and go back to their conversation. You sit with them a while and share the canteen. It's iced flip tea. You're not supposed to drink it because it makes you feel kind of buzzy. But that makes the rest of the afternoon fly by. No, I agreed. I'm not telling anyone. Just me and Dis. I'm guessing now that I've met Sim, everyone wants to talk to me about Sim. Okay. I think you might relax. I could relax on the walls and build friendship with Dis. Relax on the land and build friendship with Rex, yeah. I'm 72 with Dis. On the walls, I think, has an event. Ooh. That's over here. Relax on the walls, yeah. Most of the time you're alone up here except for the occasional passing guard, but sometimes you're joined by Dis. He barely looks up at you as you plop down and kick your feet through the railing and over the edge. He looks like he's doodling on his holopad. You see all sorts of plants, mushrooms, little creatures with too many eyes or too many legs. He has a selection of plant samples at his side, like an artist's paintbrushes laid out on a towel. He must be quite the junior botanist. He's not drawing plants right now, though. You recognize Sim's long, dark hair and his uncanny valley face anywhere. Looking good, bud. You have a crush on something? I don't want Dis to have a crush on Sim, I want Dis to have a crush on me! Looking good, bud. Dis shoots you a sly smile. Thanks, he mumbles. I'm not very good at drawing him yet. I don't want to make fun of him for having a crush, because I'm polyamorous. And you know, I'm fine. I don't want to forget either of these. Let me forget my baby memories, dude. Let me forget giggling. It's Vitamnalia! Okay. Everyone's in high spirits as you decorate the colony square. The great tables are piled high with food, groaning under the weight of heaps of roasted and steamed vegetables, barbecued meats, stews, carafes, and mulled cider, and cakes dripping with frosting and sugar bug syrup. You gather in the colony square for the usual speeches. Lum takes stage for a fanfare and applause. Hello, people of Vitamna, he exclaims over the din. Happy Vitamnalia, I hate you. Takes a big theatrical breath. Do you smell that? That's a smell of victory. We humans have secured our hold on this planet, and now it's time to celebrate. Lum gestures to the sagging feast tables. Eat, drink, and be merry. The crowd cheers again. After the council members each give their annual reports, everyone starts clearing the square to set up for the Vitamnalia games. You feel the pulse of a new holo message in your palm and open it to read. Happy Vitamnalia, there's a present for you on the table! XOXO, your secret admirer! Rush over to the feast table and spot a wrapped present in among the roasted vegetables. Oh, save, by the way! Thank you, Dallas. Yeah, unwrap your present. It's a data band. You snap it on your wrist and boot up on your hollow palm. It's full of all your favorite songs, video shows, and games. A collection curated by someone who must really know you. Now you'll always have your media with you, even if the net goes down, including all your favorite episodes of the Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. Nice! +2 to last card. Oh. You search the hollow palm for any hint as to who it could have made it, but you can't find anything. You have to ask around, but later. The games are about to begin. You assemble for the other kids for the annual games. Who do you choose this year? I'm still pissed at these guys. But I might as well have fun with my friends. What do I have? Persuasion, organizing. I have higher organizing. I'll try a bake-off. My parents are the food people, so you join Cal in the kitchens. Hey, Nomia says, are you ready to get your bake on? This year's theme is multi-layered cakes. You'll be in charge of designing, baking, assembling, and decorating a towering monument to sweet cake and frosting. Friendship with Cal. 86 organizing. Okay. That's 24. That's 19, yeah. Okay. Ooh. 26, 36, okay. I'm gonna lose a bunch of stress from the Vtamnalia, so I might as well push through. Might as well. Victorious. Your cake is an architectural marvel. You easily run it in the running for the best thing. Ooh, cute! For the best thing ever created of Vtamna for sure. It's 4 tiers and decorated with delicate hand-sculpted floral details and piped frosting. It's delicious too. Best part is eating it, of course. Yeah, and I lost that stress immediately. Hell yeah! After the festivities, everyone descends on the feast. You heap your plate with more food than you could eat in 3 sittings. When all the food is gone and the sunset has broken the heat of the day, and people break out their instruments, everyone dances well into the night. Yes. I get more kudos as well. Oh, it's you. Face is supervising a group of children doing push-ups. Keep those backs straight, he barks, though he looks proud of them. He sees you coming and jogs over to meet you. Hey Nomia, getting some training in? Someone gave you a day of event. It might have been Vase. Leave him alone for now. Excuse yourself, you have to ask again later if you have the guts. Oh! I can guess who gave it to me? I mean... I'm gonna guess Dis, because I know Dis the best. I'm just loading some equipment into an expeditions vehicle. He nods at you as you approach before going back to his work. Are you my secret admirer? This doesn't meet your eyes. So what if I was? Don't make a big deal about it. But I like you too. This stops and turns towards you slowly, like he can't believe your words. What? Why? Go for a smooch! Oh no! I wanted to smooch. I got greedy. I don't want to make this uncomfortable. I regretted it as soon as I did it. Oh wait, I didn't load the correct one. Why do you think that would work? Because I got excited. Oh wait, I have to relax again. That's the autosave? I thought I hit this one. Yeah, I did. I guess it took me from before... Yeah, it took me from before the... Yeah, it just took me to before Vtamnalia. Yes. Should I do the bake-off again? Let's try the bake-off again, I guess. Okay. Okay. Wait, hang on. I have 10 of these. I can make a straight. Whatever, I'll just do it again. Okay. Push through. There, I did it exactly the same. It's fine. Yeah, maybe exactly back where we started. It's fine. Okay. Listen, I got excited. I'll behave better. My secret admirer. I like you too. I just do. Just looks at you in shock, then looks away, breathing out shakily. Okay, he muttered his cheek to feet. Cool, I guess. Cool, I guess. Look at them, just gesturing to square soldiers. Why even bother fighting? I can give him. I don't have a thingy. Could I give him a strange device? Does he like it? Oh, he does like them. Ty's eyes light up when you see your gift. Whoa, he says, taking them from you with uncharacteristic delight. Is this? Where'd you find this? It's like some kind of alien artifact. It's gotta be. He likes them. Ba-ba. Here we go. Look at your profile in particular. Oh, it actually was $16 because spot a Dobbs month from a click away. You've got a knack for finding hidden things or staying hidden when you need to. And there are all sorts of things about animals. They, them. It's me. Oh wait, never mind. Maybe later. Okay. Boss event remaining. Oh! Still a boss event remaining. I'm at 0 stress right now, so I'll try it. Check the labs first. Well. Oh, right! You're right. Because I needed to do the thing. Listen, I want to be a save states this much. I made mistakes, okay? For the data, yes. Download data for Sim. Sim asks you for data on human culture, television shows, music, books, things like that. You have unlimited access to Congruence's media archives through your holopalm, but for Sim it will be a little more complicated. You need to find a physical storage unit with enough memory to contain a chunk of the holo archives. Steal one. Robot workshop would be a good place to look. You sneak in, nobody around. Good. You rummage around until you find what looks like a portable holo unit in a drawer, then find a port in the wall to plug it into. An interface pops up with options to copy data onto the tiny drive. Perfect. You start by carefully copying your favorite vids and games and realize there is just ship-ton more room on this tiny device. You sweep in several thousand more vids, as well as the entire contents of the school's Learningpedia. As you slip the unit in your pocket, Congruence's console above you suddenly flickers and lights up. Congruence sees amused. She doesn't seem to sound an alarm, although you know you shouldn't be in here, but asks in a neutral voice, "What are you doing in here, Nomia?" I needed this holo unit for school. You casually take it back out of your pocket and present it to her. You tell her Professor's instance told you to come get one and put some data on it. You're studying old Earth media and humanities. Congruence actually believes you think. It's hard to tell since she has a complete control over her facial expression. As you leave, you realize the hole in your story. Why would you need it on a physical drive instead of just watching it on your holopalm? Congruence must have seen through your ruse, but deemed it harmless. Well, at least you're done. Okay. Now I can go. Listen. I won't abuse save states. Listen. You know. I also get engineering from this, which I'm trying to bump up. I gotta find Sim again. So, one boss event remaining. I don't know if that's Sim. But we're looking for yellow exclamation points. Is this the same way? It's the same way. Around here. Okay. Here comes Hop to It. Hop to It's a little slow, but that's okay. I'm just going fast. I'm sorry, Hop to It. Hop to It's a little homing missile. You can always catch up. Hi, Sim. Okay. you bring what I asked? Sim is standing in the shadows, wrapped in his clothes like he's trying to blend into the jungle. He looks like a vid actor pretending to be shifty. You're guessing he's asked her about the data you smuggled out of engineering. Wait, do I already know what he likes? He likes strange devices, yeah. Got the data you asked for. I knew it, Sim exclaims. I dreamed about it last night in my vat. Yes, but answer a question first. Sim sighs and crosses his arms, but from his smile you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay, I'll answer exactly one question, he allows. What is it? What's, the language I'm assuming you just learn. Gardeners want to hurt us. I don't believe that they want to hurt. Do other people know about you? I know Dis knows, but no one else. So, thumping ruins. As your surveys suspect, they were made for those by those you call the conversion domain, he tells you. They built cities and created the gardeners. And then ruined everything and left. About 20,000 years ago, give or take. They created you? But what did the thumpers do? They help us serve our purpose, Sim answers shortly. And that's already one question too many. He makes reaching motions towards the data drive. You hand over the data drive and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see what's inside. Marvelous, he says, like a genetic payload, except with digital data instead of organic. What will I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzling over the implications of the phrase genetic payload as he continues. Yeah, I also thought. The other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They're more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that novelty is what makes life interesting. He slips the data drive into his sleeve. Thank you, Nomia. I will treasure this. Okay. That is something. At least. May need it later. Okay. I may need it later. Such an intriguing thing for him to say. It is ominous. Look. Is it the same area that... Is it up here? Yeah, it's still got a yellow exclamation point. You and Dis are exploring the ruined wormhole observatory again. It feels so familiar. You've dreamed about this place many times, and it's just like you're remembering it all now. This time the dream memories grip you. You wonder as if sleepwalking down familiar paths. You look up and see the wormhole faint in the sky above. The time is right to observe it. Dis tries to keep up. Where are you going? He asks angrily. You don't answer. You're trying to concentrate on finding the place. You approach the large pyramid in the center of the complex. Behind it is one of the smaller elevators, a little monolith with a round iris door. This is the place. Your head throbs with it. Even standing outside, you know there's something down there. You look for one of those elevator monoliths near the pyramid and find it, but it's overgrown with snaking vines and brambles, with very large flowers all over. You could push through them, but Dis stops you and shows you a Geiger counter reading on his hollow palm. These flowers seem to be radioactive. Your suit won't protect you for long. I only have a choice to push through. You soon realize your mistake as the radiation illness sets in. Brushing by those flowers gave you a big dose. You'll be sick for days and need radiation treatment when you return. But for now you continue, drawn irresistibly forward by something that sings in your head. You enter the elevator, thankfully still working, and descend beneath the ground. It opens to a kind of antechamber room with an exit at the other end, leading to the heart of the pyramid. There are glyphs carved into crystal panels on the walls, symbols that resemble the wormhole. You start to cross the room. Further you go, the more your head swims. You have to pause. You think you might faint, and it isn't just the radiation. There's something down here, some great energy, and it's making your head hurt. You shake your head, trying to clear it. Maybe this is a bad idea. Fog slowly clears from your eyes. Your head still hurts, but you can think again. Dis looks concerned, even going so far as to reach out to steady you. You okay? I'm gonna tell Dis. It's hard to put into words. You just say my head hurts. Obviously, he says. But no, it's more than that. You're seeing things. It's kind of like the array, kind of like a dream, but you feel like it's super important. It's up ahead, and you need to see it. We maybe better leave, Dis says nervously. You don't look so good. Keep going. Ah. Reasoning or toughness. Oh, I'm only 2 away! Past the antechamber is a long hallway sloping down. Things are starting to look kind of weird, like two slightly different realities overlapping. Just as face is starting to phase in and out of existence. You're hit with a strong wave of dizziness and nausea. Things seem to move in slow motion, but also far too fast. You lean over and black out. Instead is injured. Okay, slip unconscious. When you wake up, you're back at the collection site. Dis must have dragged you out and then called you for help. Headache is gone and a medical standard shows nothing wrong with you, but you can feel completely weak and drained. Oof. Okay. Engineering. Oh, I got an engineering perk though. So I need 2 more toughness though. Extra card at the start of challenge. Oh, that's really good. I need to relax though. Maybe I'll do some mental skill building while I'm injured. Oh, I need to rest first. Okay. Fine, I'll rest. Maybe I'll rest. I'll rest in the garden. Can wait it out, it just takes a while. No, I'll rest. Your mom is tending to her garden as you relax nearby. You're both happy to leave each other alone, but you hear her muttering to herself as she pulls weeds. Every day, she grumbles. You'd think I was never out here at all with how some of these weeds grow. I thought that bringing only nice plants would mean we wouldn't have to do weed as much, but these vtuber plants, they're unstoppable. She pulls hard on one weed, which turns out to be a huge creeping vine that yanks out a few flowers. I just want one place on this planet that's ours. Help her pull weeds. You get down there and help your mom pull weeds for the better part of the afternoon. It's surprisingly hard work. By the end, your back and shoulders are aching and the palms of your hands are on fire. Mom dumps a huge armful of weeds into a wheelbarrow. These go all the way to the edge of the colony, she says wearily. Whatever plant these roots belong to, they're invading my garden. She turns towards the wall and yells, "You stupid pink bastards! Stay out there where you belong!" Yeah, I'll get rid of this one. Okay, I'm better. I need just 2 more toughness. Is there something I can do in here? Animals, empathy. Biology, organizing. Yeah, this gives me 2 toughness. And it gives me kudos. Which I get bonuses to right now. Let's work on the farm. Play the recording of the squeaking bounce weasels. Oh right, I needed to do this for your mom and Cal. I forgot about that because it's been a week. Shelley's going to work, she asks when it's done. It sounds annoying. You swear it will work. You saw it while you're exploring. It might not sound like much, but the huge jobs moths are terrified of the little bounce weasels' hunting calls, and with good reason. You set up a speaker system. Ooh, so cute. Ooh, what a pretty drawing. You set up a speaker system and play the recording all night. Next day, there's no sign of the dove's moth. Your crops are completely safe. I think it worked, Cal says, sounding relieved. Nomia, you're a genius. You're just glad all your hard work isn't going to feeding those pesky moths anymore. More food for the colony. Fantastic. Becoming a carnivore. Ba-ba. What's this? Ooh, super goal! With no bonuses too. I'm just incredible. 2 toughness. There we go, that's 50 toughness. I feel like I almost want to get that... I want to get that radioactive flower looked at before I go back though. I have 100 kudos. Let's have a look. Okay. All of these. Plus 30 bravery. 1 extra card. 1 bonus to straights. Should I save up for a bigger one? Because this one's pretty good. You can also grip this as gift. Oh yeah. It's not super great. Sorry, Dis. This one's really, the emoji proji, it feels pretty good to have +10 to all of these. That feels pretty good. I think I'm gonna buy this one. Yeah, it feels good to have like 40 bravery, 47 creativity, 47 persuasion, 27 empathy. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good to have. Yeah, I want to see if I can get that plant looked at before I go back out. So we're gonna try and up my engineering. Engineering. Studying engineering only gives me +1 engineering. But we'll do it anyway. You're scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into your re-engineering lab, going full tilt on its 6 spidery legs. It slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. Seems to be having trouble getting back up again. It's flailing its metal legs around dangerously. I'm not gonna smash it. It's probably someone's work. Put it back out in the hole. Ouch! It accidentally slashes you with a leg while scrambling to find purchase. Stupid robot. Congruence's TV thingy wheels in as squeakily as the robot runs off down the hole. Sorry about that, she chirps. I'm so close to getting its new movement algorithm online. I'll have the robot vax corner and we can try again. Working with robots is just so hard with no hands, she continues, wheeling back and forth in a display of frustration. This was easier when Hal was here. I miss him. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression that she's simulating it anyway. Ahem, well, if you know anyone who loves to tinker with bots, let them know I need a helper. Oh. Oh, I could do this. Ba-ba-ba. Does this get a +1? Yeah, because it's wild. Ooh. Super goal, let's go! Okay. +3 engineering. Oh, there we go! From 1 challenge and super goal. Okay. I'm so close. Machines, math, and programming. Okay. Anyone got any fun things to say to me? Oh, it's right before Glow, too. Anyone got any fun things to talk about? Just ooh, Dis does. Head out of the colony hoping to find Dis, and you do, as well as Rhett and Utopia, teamed up to talk to Dis about something that has him scowling deeply. It was different before the attacks you hear Utopia say, but you're older now, and when you're on an expedition you can get into a lot more danger than when you were just a little kid going on walkabout. When you're out there on my team, I'm counting on you to do as you're told and be where you said you'd be. She gestures beseechingly. What am I going to do if something happens to you out there, kid? What if you disappear one day and you're hurt, and no one knows where to find you? What if... I'll be fine, Dis cuts her off, and I can take care of myself, and if I can't, that's on me. That's not how it works here, Rhett says, in his voice stern. You're not just putting yourself in danger out there, you're putting the whole colony in danger. I know you're a bit of a loner, son, but you have a family here. All of us. We're all your family. We're going to send out people to find you, and what if they get into the same trouble you did, he continues. We're counting on you to follow directions out there, to keep everyone safe, not just yourself. What if I don't want to be found? Dis explodes, waving his arms. What if I want to be left the hell alone? Rhett and Utopia are stunned by Dis's outburst. Rhett opens his mouth to respond, but Dis talks over him. If I don't come back, just leave me out there, he spits. If this planet wants me dead, maybe I deserve it, huh? Don't you ever think about that? Maybe I deserve to die out there. Maybe we all do. That distance away, Rhett and Utopia look stunned. You follow Dis around the outer walls of the colony to where he's angrily pulling things out of the drain pipe hiding hole he's long since outgrown. Stupid humans, he grumbles, stuffing what looks like a bedroll into a carrying bag. They never think of anything except, oh, he continues trailing off when he sees you. What do you want? You okay? I'm great, Dis mutters. Just awesome, actually. Yeah, thanks for asking. You watch him pull things from his hideaway and throw them into 2 piles. Screw this colony. I didn't ask to be part of it. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. I'm better off living in the woods like an animal. At least that's real. He reaches in far and pulls about a busted-looking mechanical device. His old alien communicator he made using gear he stole from Command. Geez, he laughs. Guess I don't need this anymore. This is the flirty one, but I don't wanna... I don't want to leave. I want to stay. It is somebody's birthday. Please don't go. Why? Just says bluntly. There's nothing for me here, Nomia. My mom is dead. I never had a father. My own twist sister hates me and thinks I'm an idiot. I don't have any friends except you. Nobody cares about me or what I want. Everyone here will be better off without me, and honestly, I'll be better off without them. Why did I say that? Just finishes packing up the stuff he's going to keep, which barely amounts to a full backpack. He straps it onto his back and nods at you, determined. Did I ever tell you my full name? He asks, seemingly randomly. No, you didn't. Just smiles a little at that, just with the corners of his mouth, as he huffs a self-depreciating laugh. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. It sucks, honestly. It's dysthymia. Dysthymia. Doesn't that mean? I guess I know. Yeah, it means being sad. What a joke, right? Who names their kid that? He shakes his head. Aunt Anne always talks about how babies make everyone happier. Was my mom sad before she had me and Tang? Or did having us make her sad? His smile twists. Was it me? Was I the reason? Discuffs the boot in the dirt. What? Discuffs his boot in the dirt. Whatever, he mumbles. No one's cared about me basically ever, since before I was born. My own mom didn't love me. Like one person who you think could. He looks up at the sky and breathes rapidly. Whatever, he repeats. I'm out of here. Thanks for everything, Nomia. You're the only good thing about this shithole. I'm gonna miss you. It's about to be the glow. I don't want him to go. You may want to save. I'm not gonna save to... I don't want to save scum too much. I did for the first thing, but I think I'm just gonna let what happens happen. At least for my first run. Give him a hug. You throw your arms around Dis, who grunts and pats your back awkwardly. He doesn't relax until you finally relent and let him go. You watch him disappear within the fungal trees. Within minutes, he's out of sight. You're getting ready for bed that day, later that day when you receive a colony-wide announcement through your hollow palm. It reads as follows. Colony notice. Reminded that there will be no unauthorized trips outside walls without prior authorization from an expedition's command. Anyone caught in violation of this rule will be punished. This includes going for a walk. It is dangerous outside the woods and only to be done by trained and armed personnel. Thank you, command. How about that? You send us a message. Just message you back immediately, just a picture of a knife. You're guessing you didn't get very far. Does he like cake? I don't have enough money for a cake. Damn it. He likes these though. Scrutinizes the device for a bit, but then his shoulders slump. Did you give this to me because it's my birthday? He asks. I actually hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday. It's oh yeah, I forgot. I did get plus with friendship with Dis though when I did that. Let's do this though. I have the bravery for it. You dare Dis to explore the creepiest, darkest part of engineering, deep down where even Chief Engineer Instance never goes, even under the recycling room where they say there are ghosts. You set the mood and sneak around behind him, put your hollow palm flashlight under your face and shout, "Boo!" Ooh. Okay, he rolls his eyes. Nomia, think about it. If there were ghosts on the spaceship, none of them would be my mom. Oh yeah, you guys used to get that a normal person, but Dis still isn't scared of anything. Do I have anything to give? I don't want to give... I'm a little worried about giving Tangent the alien device. Have I already given her one? Okay. Tang just thought the Deoponic Jones were doing some really incredible things with genetically modified crops. True! GMOs are good! GMOs save people's lives! Bitch. Recombinant DNA is fascinating. We can take the genes to select for hardiness of autumnal plants. I think you did. I can give her a flower. I don't really have anything else, but I'm gonna give her something for your birthday. Oh, she likes yellow flowers! Since you remember my birthday, how thoughtful of you, Tang says, accepting the flower with a dubious look. I'll set this flower aside to analyze later. I'm interested in the properties of all vtuber flora. She likes them! I hope you find it useful. Turns to walk away, then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought. There. I like Tangent and Dis. They are my good friends. Okay. We're still engineering. Study more engineering. Nomi's messing with one of the harmless little vacubots when they realize that also I noticed that you can apply for robotics. I don't have I'm assuming I need engineering for that. Nomi's messing with one of the harmless little vacubots when they realize that the collision detectors can be disabled, making them into tiny gladiators. You and some other students all hack your own vacubots and form a sort of robot battle arena before your teacher puts a stop to it. It's 2 bonuses straights, okay. Okay. That's 8. There we go. Super goal. Let's go. Engineering. What am I? I'm at 40 engineering. Let's go, baby. It's the glow, everybody. New perk. Ooh. 1+1 to all to mental cards. Ooh. Reasoning level 1. Ooh, I didn't even notice. Does anyone have anything to say? Ooh, crystals. Study that radioactive plant. You know I'm gonna do it. Don't you worry about it. Also, I'm facing the conundrum again that I'm nearing... I want to go at least to 11:10 a.m. It's 10:45 right now because I was like 10 minutes late to stream because of weird technical problems. But again, I just want to keep playing. Okay. Research xenobotany. Back in the lab, you have all the right equipment to properly examine that radioactive plant you found. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag radiation-proof envirosuit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't the killer it used to be on Earth. Yes. I'm super confident. No problem. You got a handle on this. You're an engineering wunderkind. You take all the correct precautions. You clear the area of anything that might be contaminated. You wear a radiation-proof suit. You regularly check the radiation levels of the lab. And you have congruence on standby to call for help if you need it. Everything will go smoothly. You see everyone's final evolution in the quiet. You discover that the radioactive part of the plant is confined to the carpel of the flower, its reproductive organs, and that the petals act as a radioactive shield to protect the rest of the plant. If you press the center of the flower, the petals close and block radiation enough that a person can pass by without feeling sick. Neat! You should be able to use this to protect yourself next time you encounter this plant in the wild. Fantastic! Okay. Oh, if I do this, I get a +1 to all mental cards, and this makes all of these become mental. Oh ho ho! Does that still add? It still adds to these. There we go. Super goal, baby! +1 biology, +4 biology. There we go. God, I'm incredible. Oh, my biology is pretty good. Lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window when you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground. Then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine glowing dust to sift through the air. Through your open window, you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge is 2 massive faceless. Can I swap out my gear while I'm here? Damn it. I'm gonna help. Dane's status heroic. Oh! Pumped from the last attack. +1 to all physical skill increases. Grab a prize rifle and report to the front, where a line of soldiers have taken up arms and is waiting for orders. The colony prepares to defend itself against the 2 building-scale faceless, as well as a teeming swarm of smaller xenos that seethe towards you. Hold steady, orders Security Chief Red. Keep the line. No, Governor Lum yells, running from the gates all the way to front of the defensive line. He elbows Rhett out of the way and waves his arm wildly. Bring them closer, draw them in. Why? Rhett stops himself from shoving Lum back, but just barely, you can tell. Are you serious, he retorts? We can't let them any further into the colony. We're going to fight them on our territory, Lum cries, raising his plaid rifle over his head with one hand. We have the walls, let's use them. We'll let them come inside and pick them off one by one. We can't pick off a faceless, Ren splutters from the sidelines. Lum smiles maniacally. You can see the gleam of his teeth from here. I have a plan, he roars. Just follow my lead. With that, he turns and begins to run towards the approaching animals, roaring taunts and firing wildly into the fray to draw them close. At a loss, Rhett motions you all to fall back and let the animals approach. The area just inside the gates becomes a swirling melee of smaller Xenos and plasma rifle fire. Two faceless lumbering slowly behind. This guy's a fucking idiot and I hate him. Try to stay out of the way. I'm really perceptive. +5 bonus to physical cards. Oh! Can make that a straight, yeah. Okay. Physical red pairs. Oh. Gonna do this. Ooh. Ho ho ho. That's also 4. Can I add another +2? Can I get a super goal? Hell yeah, baby. +3 perception. I don't even need it because I'm already maxed out perception. Not exactly a professional soldier, but you manage to hold your own against the Xenos, even though you still scream and retreat when something gets too close. You don't injure any humans with your plas rifle, at least. Out of the artillery smoke wafting over the battlefield, Lum comes running. Here they come, he shouts joyfully, and plows through the gates with 2 faces galloping behind him. It's without a doubt idiotic and horrendously dangerous. You can't help it. You hit record on your hollow palm and film the ensuing chaos. You catch a glimpse of Chief Rhett putting his hands over his face and sighing. Ooh. A squad of Helio-Socialists takes up the charge and helps shepherd the faceless into the open area in the middle of the colony. You have horrible flashbacks to the first time you saw a faceless inside these walls. From the looks on the faces of the other Stratos, you're not the only one. Then you're all thrown to the ground by a tremendous explosion. Fire engulfs the center square, roasting the 2 faceless in an inferno that blasts the sweat from your pores. Rocks and chunks of dirt patter all around you, with the occasional thunk of burning mushwood. Those soldiers nearest the blaze all recoil in surprise. Clearly no one but Lum knew that the square had been rigged with explosives. You don't think anyone was caught in the blast, but it was close. That's so irresponsible and fuck. Lum stands before the blaze, laughing and firing at the 2 tortured faceless as they roast to death. You raise your hollow palm to catch the image, his silhouette dark against the column of flame and smoke. It was ridiculously dangerous and stupid, but does look pretty cool in your recorded footage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on in the square, revealing the charred corpses of the 2 faceless. Fortunately. Oh! Tobia walks by with the reclamation team, hauling an industrial plas cutter on a hollow lift. Did you use the mining explosives? Utopia says in awe. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish she could have saved him from mining. That must have been the last of them. We sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Fortunately, the colony wall was well defended. You and the other colonists have been fortifying the defenses, putting security above all else. Tonight's defense was still a resounding, if messy, success. But if Utopia's right, you don't have any more of those explosives now. You can't just nanoprint unstable molecules like that. What are you going to do during the next attack? Yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot and I hate him. I hate him. I want him to... Ooh! I have long hair now! Look how dramatic and cool I am. Ooh. Ooh. I have to see everyone. Ooh! He gets a tattoo now! Oh! He's so buff! Cal is taking a break in the shelter of the geoponics dome. As he approached, you see him tossing crumbs from his lunch into an area of uncleared shrub. As you get closer, you recognize the glinting of a Hopeye's iconic 4 eyes. Shh, Cal says, holding his finger to his lips. This one's got the clutch of a little baby hop kitties somewhere. I've almost got to trust so she'll show me back to her nest, and then I can move them outside the walls. Oh! What are you working on? Cal's looking a little sickly. Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. Take a look at it. Wait, you've seen these before. It's a rad plant. You teach Cal how close they're held so they're not dangerous. That's a drastic change. Yeah, he got hot. Oh, thanks, Cal says. I feel better already. You're a botanical genius, Nomia. You send him to Med Bay for treatment for radiation sickness anyway. He got hot. The problem is that he got hot. Father, mother. An actual book. Okay. They're just saying. Okay. Oh! He's so emo! He's a fucking scene kid! He became a fucking scene kid, dude. Oh. That's worse. It just says staring out into the wilderness. It doesn't make any sense. What are we really fighting anyway? Nature? So when will it be over? When the planet is empty except for humans? Dish shakes his head. Sounds awful. He became a scene kid. I love Dish so much. Yeah, he's great. Also, Mary, if you want to bring in Lucy a little earlier so you don't have to rush to do it later, feel free to. I hate this guy, but I will talk to him. It happened with emos in real life. Helio is a good place to grow up, Vase says thoughtfully. Children need discipline and routine. Even iconoclasts need to be integrated into society first. Otherwise, we'll be a bunch of free radicals spreading like cancer everywhere we go. Ew. Ew. Get away from me. Ooh. Nem's so cute. Nem has little star-shaped freckles. Don't have to be leaving 11 on a dot. Okay. Keep trying to tell myself that not everyone needs to fight the aliens, Nem says, looking up at the colony road to the garden and geoponics domes. But I can't stand it when Kel thinks about how we've got to sing songs and get along. He's so stupid. Nem. Oh, what does Tang look like now? Ooh, she's cute. She's cute. She's so cute. Awooga. Awooga. Hello. Ma'am. Anyways, Tang is pouring something from a carafe that could only be strong black coffee from the bitter scent. It was bracing at first, Tang concedes, but I have now endured it long enough that I can begin to feel pleasant, almost calming. She regards the carafe with something like fondness. As I require little sleep, I doubt I will become dependent on it. Addiction runs in my family, you know. This, though, is an indulgence I can allow myself. Oh. Should I know that about Dis? Where is... You're still a dog boy? You got something interesting to say? Dude, put a shirt on! Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up in the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than in the hollow village you brought from Earth. Rex, though. Rex is really acclimated to Vitumna's sultry weather. Why is he like this? Dude, put a shirt on! You kidding me? He asked, throwing his arms wide. He's wearing like a full bondage harness. What is this? First, it's hot as balls out here. I work outdoors, and hooey, no joke. I'd take off more if I could. He cranes his head up to the sky. Second, I like the feeling of the sun on my skin. You'll get skin cancer. After 15 years in a sunless tube hurling through space, I want to soak in as much as I can. It makes me feel great. You're gonna get skin cancer. I live in Australia. I know this. Rex laughs and knocks himself into your shoulder. I didn't think our bodies were meant to live this way. I think our bodies were meant to live this way. Don't even get me started about pants, bud. He's a full nudist. Hi, Nomi. Nomi looks very similar, but still cute. Want to make something? Ooh, I can make something! Nomi's playing a game on their hollow palm, but they look up and give you a big smile. Hi, what's going on, Nomia? We're just killing time. I never get tired of dig-a-dog. Want to make something? Oh my god, look how cute. It's so cute! It's so cute! Nomi flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna let Rex... I'm gonna let Rex do his Rex thing, and I'm simply going to stand over here. Shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it. By now, Nomi snaps their fingers. We're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. Okay. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it up to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple, they smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Where's Mars? Mars is gonna look hot as fuck, I just know it. Oh! Oh, the fit! Oh, the fit! Oh, the fit is fitting! Oh, it's doing it! It's doing it! Hello! Greetings! Why should I care for nature? Mars asked, flipping her hair over her shoulder. The only thing nature has ever done is kill my people. I refuse to be held hostage by a planet that doesn't even want us here. She smiles, though her real expression is dangerous. If nature wants to kill us, well, it's only fair we try to kill it back. Mars, calm down. Get into a debate. Mars would never stoop to using her fists to get her way, but she loves a good fight nonetheless. You ask her what she would have done differently if she'd been with the captain of the Stratospheric when you landed, and her eyes go wide. She launches into a laundry list of shoulda wouldas, and whatever she says she would have done. You offer reasoning for why it wouldn't have worked. Fantastic. After a little while, Mars is positively invigorated. Wow, you really thought about all this, didn't you? She says, cracking a smile. You're totally right. It's a lot more complicated than just making decisions and telling people what to do. Thank you. It's so important to have people around you, like you around to keep me on my toes. She cracks her knuckles. Okay, but when I'm governor, I will do so much better than the adults can. Listen, Mars not having shame just makes her a master of conflict. And as someone who I would say is not conflict averse, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that I can get into conflict with Mars and she doesn't get defensive or angry or sad. I appreciate that. Okay. Physical skill increases are all +1 too. And I have that, that flower is all engineered now. I do need low stress for that though. So maybe I should relax a little bit. I'll do something to up my physical skills. Just to use up my stress, and then I'll relax, and then I'll go in. Because I want to have my stress as low as possible, because there are a lot of events in that raised my stress, and I needed to have certain levels of stress to do. Also, I want to check, what's the cutoff for robotics lab? I need 50 robotics. Okay. Okay, toughness. My combat is really low, but I don't really care. We farm for the toughness and biology perk coming soon? Yeah, I think so. That might be best. Yeah, let's work on the farm. Biology and toughness. And that's just toughness. Tend to the animals. As animals and empathy. Oh, 3 animals. Ooh, I could get my... Ooh, if I do this, I'll get empathy and then I'll also max out my animal stat. I don't need to do that now though. I feel like I'll get it at any point. I think I'll do this for now. Getting the hydroponic system working again has been a revelation. You can barely believe it's possible to grow plants and water at this scale. You're learning so much about aquaponics and making sure the water has all the right balance of chemicals and nutrients. Okay. 42. These are all like gem cards. Ba-ba-ba. 432. There we go. Win. Biology plus toughness. Lovely. It's your 17th birthday, but it's not just your birthday. Quite at the time of a new growth, a celebration of life and hope, not just for this year, but for humanity's presence on Vitamna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally, you are the future of humanity. As you're beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council has decided to throw a party in your honor, the Vtumnan Youth Ball! Mars is organizing it, of course. You get an embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door. Party, party, party! You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves, and yourself specifically. It is your birthday after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of natto printer creds. Your friends are transformed. Show me illustrations of all of them dressed up pretty. Please show me illustrations of them all dressed up pretty. Hardly recognize some of them. Damn it! Damn it! Mouse catches your eye and waves, her bangles jingling joyfully. She looks like a model from her holomags, every inch of her primped, painted, and perfumed. Nomia! Happy birthday! I'm glad you can make it, she says, over the steady thrum of the music. Drinks are over there. Make your song request to congruence, and take off your shoes. You look down at your boots, then back up at Mars skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Sock hop! Just like on Earth, duh. I don't think sock hops involve being in socks. Whatever. At the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food. Rex shoved 2 glasses of punch into your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. He winks at you. Rex, calm down! Don't let them fool you, Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a glove of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented phenomenon that people inexperienced with imbibing alcohol will begin to act as if they're drunk, even if they're completely sober. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course, I'm not going to suffer any bad behavior. Rex grins as he pulls a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition into his glass. Who says it's gonna be an act? Let's get a little loose. Come on, it's a party. The music changes to something with a fast pounding beat. Rex throws his hair back and howls. Woo, it's time to dance. If Rex is dancing, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Rex and Mars take to the dance floor, joined by Nem and a reluctant-looking vase. You stay behind with the others to watch, still marveling at how mature your friends seem tonight. They transformed like grody little grubs into beautiful Dorbs moths. Dish shows up late and skulks around the outside of the lounge, eventually coming to pick up the food on the table. He keeps his distance from Tangent. Oh. Cal eventually heeds the siren's call of the dance floor and saunters over to join the others. You're left making somewhat awkward small talk about the food with the 2 siblings. Nomi, who's playing DJ with Congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull them in close, they announce dreamily, or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with. Just still here? Everyone giggles awkwardly and shuffles around, feeling the intangible friction of teenage politics. Who dances with whom, and who makes the first move? Where's Dish? Dish is standing over by the DJ screen, helping nomi-nomi with a song selection. He freezes when you ask him to dance, stammering excuse, but Nomi gives him a playful shove towards you. Go dance with Nomia, they say. I can handle things. Dancing with Dish is a bit of a disaster. Neither of you knows where to put your hands, and despite spending the entire song looking at his feet, Dish still manages to step on yours. He holds you rigid-armed and rocks back and forth mechanically until the song mercilessly comes to an end. He has tattoos, I didn't notice that. Other couples don't seem to have your lack of chemistry. Nem and Vase have skipped dancing and gone straight to sucking face. Oh no! Nem! Nem! Stay away from him! Dish stares at them just a little bit longer than is appropriate, then blushes and flees the dance floor. After the slow songs, Nomi spins Congruence's music library to something a little more bounce to it. The dance floor once more floods with Roddies ready to gyrate the night away. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Lum's Here Speak hijacking the feed. He strides the stage, flanked by Security Chief Rhett. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison at having some buzzkill adults stop the music, but Lum just raises his hands and smiles indulgently. Look at all of you, he says. Young pioneers. I look at you and I see the future, not of this colony, but of all humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Right here. Good man. A real good man, really. The best of the colony. Shared this poem from a great Earth poet, Lum continues. Now, not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids tonight on the eve of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from his hollow palm. We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We the youthful sinewy races, all the rest on us depend. Down the edges, through the passes, up the mountains steep, conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go. The unknown ways, pioneers, oh pioneers. We primeval forest felling, we the rivers stemming, vexing we, piercing the mines deep within. We the surface broad surveying, we the virgin soil upheaving, pioneers are pioneers. This is bullshit. Rhett looks a little pained, but Lum continues. What do you think that poem means, kids, he asks. Does it mean we should sit here in our colony, politely waiting for this planet to make space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. No, he exclaims. It means we need to get out there. We need to grab Vtumna by the balls and make it respect us. He points to you specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions, to get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them. No more hiding behind our walls. To your left, facing them, lead the cheering that erupts. That's how we made the mistakes on Earth. Lum and Rhett leave, the music spins back up again, but only a few die-hard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else is broken into small groups to discuss the announcement. I'm angry as fuck, dude. This is bullshit, Cal exclaims, causing a few heads to turn. They're not even going to try to figure out why the animals are attacking us. They're just going to kill, kill, kill. Waves his arms over his head. Aren't we supposed to be better than that? Just clearly agrees, though much more quietly. They don't even know what's out there. They have no idea what they're up against. The party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to find your parents have stayed up to make sure you got home safe. They've never done that before. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now you see their grim expressions and you know that time is over. I hate that guy. I hate him more than anything. He sucks. Ugh. Okay. I think I'm gonna... Might be a good break point. Probably, but I want to keep going. I want to keep going. There's Cal right there. He's right there. We have to talk to him at least. Plans to hang out with Cal today, but when you arrive at Geoponic's dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around the red emergency lighting until all the lights come back on with the heavy ka-chunk of the breaker being flipped. You blink into the sudden blinding light until the figures of Cal and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves in your vision. Absolutely no more of that, young man, Instance scolds Cal as he craters his hoverboard in his arms. This power grid is not your plaything. I understand, Auntie, Cal says. I'm sorry. Gotta bring Lucy in now, okay? Yes! Go ahead. This is mutters to herself as she passes you. Honestly, all this over a toy. Hey bud, Cal greets you. Sorry I meant to meet you outside after work, but looks down at his hoverboard. My board wouldn't start and I figured it was maybe out of juice, but when I plugged it in, it threw off all these sparks and the whole power grid shut down. I'm gonna mute myself really quick. Okay, I'm back, and Lucy's here now. Gonna ask Doctor and says take a look at it, but she told me she doesn't have time to fix a dumb toy. This makes more sense when you're younger. Possibly, yes. Let me take a look at it. Okay, Cal says, slowly handing over the lifeless hoverboard. I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. You open up the hoverboard and poke around its guts for a while. After about 20 minutes of fruitless potting, you have to defeat. You're like 75% sure you know it's broken, and 0% sure you know how to fix it. In fact, you think you might have made it worse for trying. Whoops. You hand the hoverboard back to Cal, who cradles it sadly in his arms. Thank you for trying, Nomia. I really appreciate it. It's always kind of sad when a piece of old technology needs to be retired, but Cal seems to be taking this one harder than most. He hugs the hoverboard to his chest and excuses himself, not waiting to hear your goodbye. Aww. Am I gonna keep playing? I at least want to do that thing. That boss event. Oh, hi, Dis. Dis is relaxing in the back of one of the expedition vehicles, absorbed in a hollow novel. You clear your throat and he jumps and gives you an awkward but genuine smile. Hey Nomia, he says, pulling his legs out of the way so you can climb in beside him. It's getting harder to find places to be alone here, don't you think? I'd kill to be out exploring, but Utopia insists we have a rest day. He rolls his eyes. Dis closes his hollow novel and sighs. It's just so crowded here, he complains, and it's boring. I'd rather be out there with Sim, learning about his planet. Dis continues, looking wistful. He can fold his hands over his heart. He's so interesting. I could talk to him forever, you know. Like, we could really connect. Gotten much out of him? Yeah, Dis exclaims, sitting up straighter. Well, I mean, sort of. He still says there's stuff I'm not supposed to know yet, but I figured a lot out on my own. Biggest thing is the planet is basically all connected, like a fungal network that's so old and complex that it's practically like a computer, he says, talking fast and excited. Not just the mushrooms, the trees, the animals, even the rocks in the water. Dis smiles. He didn't want me to know that one, he confides in you, but I guessed it. Remember how your dad got sick every year from the pollen, and it was actually fungal spores? Well, I just started thinking from there, and yeah, it's like that every year the planet refreshes its communication network with fresh spores. It's so cool. I kinda knew that one. Really? Just says? Well, how about the fact that Sim is like really old? Like really, really old. Like probably thousands of years old. Sometimes he talks about stuff from ancient history like he was really there, because he totally was. Just laughs a little. But he acts like a kid sometimes, you know? Like he loves holovids and candy and playing tricks. I knew that. Alright, he says. He said that you helped him get access to the holovid archive. Good job, by the way. Oh, and I've seen other gardeners, just says quietly. They don't look like Sim at all. They look like, well, they look scary. No way. Okay, one more, just says, his face going pink. The gardeners don't have clothes. Sim was naked when I met him. I had to bring him clothes from the colony. Are you blushing? No, just stammers, his face going more red. It was just really embarrassing, okay? He was naked. I didn't know how to look. What about you? What has he told you? Well, just listening intently. Sim's hair seems alive. Just rolls his eyes. Well, duh. Anyone who sees him knows that. It's like, it moves, right? I thought I was imagining it. It's kind of like how plants move to face the sunlight. That's all I know. I wish we could tell people about Sim, just says. I feel like if people knew him like we do, they'd realize that what they were doing here is wrong. But I'm scared if we tell someone, Sim will never talk to me again. He says we're not ready. We can't tell anyone that we know. I know, just mumbles, sighing as he thunks his head against the window of the cab. I don't want to mess up whatever plan they have. I just want to help, you know. I know. Just nods and turns away, done with this conversation. Yeah, I don't know if I trust... apparently other gardeners, I don't know if I trust all of them as a whole, but I trust Sim at least. Has anyone else got anything to say? I kind of want to rest before I go out. I'm gonna maybe rest in geoponics. Yeah. Cal, go for a walk with your hop die. Hack to it. Cal loves little creature, and they love him right back. They most instinctively know that Cal is a safe person. Cal scritches hop to its chin. You're so lucky to have a little friend. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay, now that we're no stress, and we've got 40 engineering, we're gonna go. We did the radioactive plant thing, the rad plant. Anyone got anything to say before I leave? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We're gonna go try to do that boss event again. Okie dokie. Survey the ridge. All events have respawned. The boss event isn't there though. Is it possible that it was spawning because it was the month before the glow? We'll have a look anyway. Hey, Utopia. Report the expedition's tent. Not just to find Utopia, but security chief Rhett invasive well. I just can't spare any more of my people, Utopia's explaining to them. You've already pulled almost all the forages, and we're running skint crews in the ridges as it is. There's one person you can spare. Rhett replies, turning to face you. Hello, Nomia. How'd you like to transfer into one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of her best explorers. You can use someone like you. Indicates face. I need someone who can keep up with this one. Why do we need to kill them? Face last. Because they're killing us, Nomia. Keep up. He clenches his fist. It's a classic struggle between humanity and nature, he says. Nature's not all flowers and rainbows. On Earth, everything and everyone was trying to kill each other. For survival, for food, hell, even just for fun. Can't wait to bag a real trophy, Xeno, he chuckles, framing his hands like a painting on a wall. First 10-point buck on Vatumna. Don't want to kill animals for fun. Red scowls her face. You don't want to be killing them for fun. You'll be killing them to defend the colony. I would never kill a living creature. Face scoffs. Even if it was trying to kill you. I knew Scratter kids were soft. I didn't know he was suicidal too. Not everyone's cut off for life-death situations, Rhett says, then turns to you. You don't know me, it's not all killing, he continues. Sometimes it's about tracking and identifying dangerous creatures before they reach our walls. You wouldn't necessarily have to kill them. He holds up his hand, but you don't have to decide just yet. Talk to Utopia later if you change your mind. I don't like Face. I don't like him, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to deal with him. Seems like an asshole. do think when you get close to these, there actually is a thumping in the soundtrack. You hear it? Ba-ba. Okay. It's fun. It's cute. Oh, yeah, the flower. Oh, Sim's here. Hey, Sim. For once you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and grin leaps to his face. Nomia, you caught me tracking him at the bus. You have a boss? My boss, as I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They're also very much like your boss. What's she named? Utopia? He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you listened to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have my job, Sim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble, so shh. He murmurs and puts a finger to his lips. They might keep talking to me. Can't believe someone's playing this live. I love this game so much. I really enjoy it too, Quinn. Hi, welcome. Sim smiles wanly. Because you're the person of my dreams. Literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss. They have everything on Vitamna just the way they like it. And they don't want the teeniest thing to change, he sighs. It's boring. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You can call it the Vriki. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression of his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Hold on, you can shapeshift? Don't you think my looking human is a bit of a coincidence? He replies, and motions to his body with a sensual flick of his wrist. It is a rather handsome body though, don't you think? I happen to think I did quite well. This game really wants me to flirt with Sim. It wants me to flirt with Sim so bad. I'm baby. You say so. You have many more questions for the man, or gardener, or whatever he is. But as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. It's him! I am baby! I am what? I'm 17. This person is too old. I'm sorry, he says, looking for the world like he's listening to the dang flower, but I must away. And with that, he's gone. Off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Do you have anything else to do? Man, maybe in another one. In another run. But I'm not playing this strategically. I'm playing it as if I was in the situation. And the situation, I'd be uncomfortable and weird about dating an alien man who is like thousands of years old. It'd be weird. Couldn't be me. Listen, different strokes for different folks, you know? Is it over here? Need crystals. Give me your crystals, please. It is up here. Hello. Ooh, another crystal. Give me that. Okay. Try again. Your friendship's looking like so far? Looking like this. Nomi-nomi is just me. In case you haven't noticed, Quinn, my name is Nomia. And then nomi-nomi was introduced, and they're also a they them, and they like they have rainbow eyes just like me, and they have ADHD and autism, and they like video games. It's like, oh no, that's me. Okay. Turn with just the pyramid of the okay, the headache building. This again, just us unsure. Are you sure you want to go in there? You approach the large pyramid in the center of the complex. This is the place you head. Is this building hurting you? Just ask when he sees you robbing a temple. You nomi-nomi IRL? I am. You look for those elevator monoliths near the pyramid. Push through them, but... Okay. Shows you the Geiger counter reading. Yeah, I can neutralize the radiation now. Pass on by, no problem. Good thing you studied this plant earlier. Know its wily ways. Tickler just so when the radioactive flowers close. It parts to let you through. You enter the elevator, thankfully still working, and descend beneath the ground. It opens to a kind of antechamber room with an exit at the other end, leading to the heart of the pyramid. There are glyphs carved into crystal panels on the walls, symbols that resemble the wormhole. Hello, Lucy. You start across the room. Yes, keep going. Fog slowly clears. Are you okay? I try to explain to Dis. Okay. Doesn't look so good. I'm good. I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. Tough it out. You keep going. At the bottom of the hallway are more crystal panels on the walls, many facets broken, or are they whole? The walls are crumpled and roots creep over everything, but also they don't. Every time you blink, the room seems to flip and swim between two realities. All the same, you feel absolutely compelled to continue. What's with this place? Dis is both there and not there. The part of him which exists looks concerned. We need to leave now, he says. This place is hurting you. There's a round iris door at the end of the hall. Lucy, calm down. Are you sure you want to go further? One more room. Pass through the doorway into a large square chamber with a sloping ceiling. Your sense of this place, of the vibrations, is telling you must be directly under the big pyramid on the surface. The floor and even the air here thumps with vibrating energy. Ugh, even I can feel it now too, Dis mutters behind you, rubbing his head. Okay. Endure the pain. Okay. Toughness 50 or greater. I have toughness 53. Okay, I'm glad I did more toughness. Room is empty except for a raised platform in the middle, which looks enticingly like a bed, which is convenient because you're definitely going to faint this time. You collapse onto the platform and are overcome by a spectacular migraine headache. It feels like your head is going to explode. You do the pain. Okay, let's go. Oh, God damn it. Why are you locked there? Wishing you luck, thank you. If I redraw it, will it reset that one too? No, it won't. Ugh! Okay. Six. 7. Okay. Lucy, now is not the time. $42. Okay. Lucy, please. Okay. Try this. Level 5, push through 20 stress. Do this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Win! I did it, it's okay. We're okay. I did it without pushing through. Oh! I got pluses to so many things! You slip into some kind of waking dream, layers upon layers of visions. This is your lover, or Mars, or Tammy. You're a boy and a girl, or both, or neither. Young and old, a farmer, a hunter, a politician. You're dead and you're alive and you've never been born. Time unravels before you, an infinite tapestry crumbling wherever you look. It's all very weird. You see the web of possibilities and understand what time truly is. It's all happening at once and none of it will ever happen. It's only sheer chance that any one possibility comes into existence, not any intrinsic truth of the universe or fate. It's just a glimpse, probably over in a second, but a glimpse of an eternity you can hardly fathom. Then you see the wormhole, enormous in a starry sky. You look down and see yourself on a plateau, gazing up at it. You recognize the place, a nullwood bluff not far from the colony, alive with the phosphorescence of the glow season. This you seems expectant, as if waiting for something momentous to arrive, something that will change everything. The vision is crystal clear and you feel in control in a way you haven't since you started having these visions. You know you must go there. Oh. You wake up feeling refreshed, your headache is gone. You're still a little dizzy, but the room has stopped spinning and has returned to one singular reality together again. The vibrations have stilled. Hang on, I need to let Lucy outside because Lucy's going crazy. Lucy, you gonna go out? There you go. I'm closing the door though. If she cries to be let in, it's her own fault. I'm gonna tell just what I saw. Include the juicy bits. Tell about your dreams. What? From a past life? He listens in awe and then in dejection as you describe your visions. Why didn't I see it? I was here too. I want to know everything. I'm still trying to flirt with Dis. Tell Dis that the visions you saw of yourself and him being intimate. His face goes red. What? He's I mean, without my clothes on? Oh, Tell me about your dreams from a past life? What does that mean? Tell us not only how you did see all those visions, but that you believe they're real. You've lived them, or some of them anyway. They're as real as the life you're living now. I see! This game has the multiple runs in canon. I see. He listens intently, then nods. I believe you, he says, simply. You look at him in shock, but just reaches out and puts his hand over yours. I know what it's like when people don't. I'm not going to do that to you. You don't know what any of this means yet, but you're one step closer to figuring it out. You feel like you've just had some kind of mega prophecy, but it was all too much at once, all too hard to understand. Could the convention domain handle this kind of information? Could they remember past lives like you? Is that what this room, this observatory was meant for? Play again, you'll get a bunch of options like that. Oh. The only thing you remember clearly, from this vision is images of yourself during the glow season, standing at the top of that Narwood bluff just outside the colony, waiting for something. Explore glowing expeditions? What happened? Hi, Eddie! I'm actually gonna go home. Ooh. That Narwood bluff. View the map. That's the Snake Plains. Where's the Narwood bluff? Such an insane sequence of events. Reality unfurled and we are on the threshold of transcending time. Really vertigo. Okay. It's nearby during glow only. Okay, so nearby during glow. Okay. Events respawned. New boss event spawned. Okay. Kinda want to do the new boss event. I kept my stress pretty low by leaving early, so I could do the new boss event right away. See what I need. I imagine I'll probably need some more stats for it, but I can at least give it a look. Perhaps take a break though. This does seem like a good point to end stream, but I want to keep going. But you don't understand, I want to keep going. Do I have anything to do today? Let me check if I have anything to do today. I don't have anything to do today. Look after yourself, man. I've only been going for like 2 hours. Sometimes I'll stream for up to 3 hours and it's fine. The last stream was 4 hours and I was fine. Listen! I'm fine. Okay. Oop. That was my water bottle making that sound. Don't worry about it. I don't want to be a hunter. Let's have a look at the What items have you got? I got this stuff. We're gonna have a look. Is the boss event in the same space, in the same place as the same place it usually is? Also have a look for Sim. Okay, the thumping. Okay. Oh, hi, hop to it. How'd you get there? Oh, wait. He's on this side usually. There he is. No dots here. Help you calm down. Here we go. Stay safe out there. Can I give him a gift? He was talking to a plant earlier, so he likes yellow flowers. Sim examines your gift in great detail and asks various questions about where and when you found it. He hums to himself as he turns it over in his hands, a broad smile on his face. Remarkable, Nomia, just remarkable, he says as he hands it back to you. You're truly the most thoughtful of gift givers. I've enjoyed your present to the fullest. You try to explain that he can keep it, but he just smiles again and shakes his head. He likes everything, by the way. Fantastic. That's pretty funny, to be honest. Okie dokie. Okay. Over here. Is this the same? Yep, still here. Back in the wormhole observatory with Dis, just to poke around. Who knows what you might find? Explore at random. Bravely try all the elevators. Some are broken, one gets stuck for an hour and you think you're gonna die in there, then it chunks to life. Then you find the orrery. Cute dialogue if you give him cake though? Oh! It's a beautiful room under one of the smaller pyramids. The light from your hollow palm glimmers off the crystals in the rainbow colors, dotting the walls and ceiling in familiar constellations. There's one huge crystal plate embedded in the wall, engraved with deep glyphs, convergent domain writing, you guess, and some kind of map. And in the center is clearly a representation of the wormhole. Lines extend from the wormhole to other points on the map, and many more glyphs you can't read. The crystal is cut up into shards like it could move around, but it's still and dark, and probably has been for thousands of years. You run your hand around the panel, looking for a way to turn it on. Your hands encounter a slot. Upon further inspection, it seems to match one of the artifacts you picked up in your surveying. You slot the glowing pink device into the slot. The crystal planes on the wall come to life. The glyphs on them glowing. They start to move in an unnervingly organic way, like melting into water and sliding over the surface, rearranging themselves. It's not just writing, the very surface of the panel raises and lowers like braille. The glyphs pulse and glow in the same swirly purple pink as the glowing device, which you realize must be a power source, a convergent domain battery. Okay, it's like an orrery for the wormhole. What is that? What is an orrery? Excuse me. What does that mean? Mechanical model of the solar system. Ah, it's one of those. Okay, I know what it is. I know what that is. Yep. For the wormhole, this must be one of the best preserved bits of convergent domain technology you found yet, and an excellent example of their writing. You're starting to piece together the glyphs of the converger's language. You can recognize the symbols for Vitumna, the wormhole, and the converger, and basic verbs like being and going, and one that seems to mean bending or twisting that's used all over the place. It starts to get easier. You think your brief connection to the array must have left some of the converger's language in your subconscious. Ooh. It's all so much to take in, and it's getting late. Better bring all your recordings back and let Congruence and the rest of the archaeology team crunch away at it for a bit. They'll be thrilled. What am I in engineering? 46. Okay. Okay, I think that was all of the boss events. I could do some more of these little events, but I don't know if... I might do a couple. Particularly flat area, a large field of obsidian. Obsidian is the word you have for it, but you've never seen obsidian this bright. It's like a rainbow is trapped underneath its glossy black surface, like the entire ground here is polished jet black opal. Ooh. The field glints under the sun at certain angles, momentarily blinding you. It looks slippery and shiny. Skate through it. I'll carefully walk around the edges. Find a patch that is a little different and take some readings. You confirm the material is not natural. It must have been created by the convergent domain because it's the same stuff they made the thumpers out of. Silica mixed with some trace organic elements. By looking at the striations on the cliffs nearby, you determine that this entire region used to be covered in a thick sheet of this dark glass rock. In most places there is now a layer of soil over it, but if you dig down far enough you'll probably find this layer everywhere, like the whole place has been glassed. No wonder there are so few plants here. The convergent domain must have paved this area to discourage plant life from growing, all except for the crystals which seem to sprout happily from the obsidian pavement. Oh. Intriguing. Investigate a weird squeaking noise, eventually falling into a whole swarm of bounce weasels. Oh, I've already done this. I've already done that. Okay. Oh, the locusts. No, get away, get away, get away. Get away from the locusts. Go to an area that I don't think I've gone to before. Because I've done some of these events already. I don't know if I've gone over here much. It's a crystal area. Utopia sent you and Dis to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can't help but get a sense that these are alive somehow. So I was gonna go for a bit, maybe back later. Thank you for coming, Glenn! Remember to like and subscribe, thank you so much. They're angular and hard to the touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Just pokes one with his finger. Weird, it almost looks like they're breathing. Study. Okay. Intriguing. I could just do all fours. Okay. Try that. Then 14 left. There we go. Super goal even. Fantastic. Can make it really... Can go for it, really. Set neighbors to this value. Oh. Do that then. Okay. Victorious. I'm already max perception, but go off. Notice they hum the last at midday under full sun. The few crystals have grown under shaded outcroppings are less vibrant than the others. They kind of look like convergent domain tech, don't they? Just says. Like the organic obsidian or the crystals embedded in the ruins. Try uprooting one. They do indeed have roots, and they're really tough. You dig around the base of one and expose them so you can see. They're made of the same glass, but rough and frosted, and warm, much warmer than the surrounding soil. The roots go down deeper than you can dig. You won't be able to remove one without breaking it. Okay. On a hunch, you cover up one with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside it has gone dormant. The crystal turns clear like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, its color returns. So it's like photosynthesis, but it's not a plant, right? Do I want to try breaking one? It's for science! Wiggle one of the crystals like a loose tooth. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Boom! Thrown by the explosion. When the dust settles and you brush some shards off a warm crystal, you realize that some of the nearby crystals have also exploded. They connected underground? Yes! I know a mycorrhizal network when I see one, Dis exclaims. They're alive, like fungus, but also kind of artificial, like the convergent domain's buildings. I bet they were used to harvest energy from sunlight, like living solar panels. I wonder if they've been growing wild this whole time, or if they power something. He stops. Wait, are you okay, Nomia? Okay. Dust yourself off and scribble excitedly in your survey notes. This is important scientific discovery. I'm at 97 stress. We'll keep going until I have to go until I'm forced to go home. What about this above Sim? Okay. See a strange heat haze shimmer across the path ahead. Doesn't clear up as you get closer. I don't remember this one, but I feel like I might have done it before. Oh, why is it doing that? Damn. Okay. Milking the squeeger. 5 becomes 3. Ba-ba. That's a super goal. Do it that way, sure. Faster you move, the faster the mirage disperses. You approach cautiously. As you do, you realize what is wrong about the mirage. It's impossible. The plants on either side of the haze are different, not just wibbly wobbly from the layers of air, but bigger, older, and it's a different time of day, evening, not morning. Then you see them. It's you! Through the heat haze, you see yourself in the distance, walking towards you. You move towards the edge of the mirage and peek around it, but they aren't there. You can only see them through the heat haze like it's some kind of doorway or mirror. Cloud. You shout, "Hey you!" and wave your arms and jump up and down. The figure looks at you curiously. You! It's definitely 100% you, staring back at you like a mirror. Your movement seems to disturb the image, which breaks up and fades before you. Behind it is a regular morning, and now you're alone again. Weird. Too worn out and tired to continue. There is some wibbly wobbly time stuff going on. Well, I'm at 50 engineering though. Or I could work in the robotics lab with congruence, sorry. Spot is about to head out on an expedition. He's carrying a full backpack with the second one at his feet full of surveying equipment. As you approach, you realize he's writing in a notebook, an actual notebook with paper and everything. He braced on his knee with one foot on his equipment. He looks up as you approach and closes the notebook, slipping it into his jacket and over his heart. "Oh hey Nomia," he says and tucks the pen behind his ear. "Are you coming too? That's cool. Maybe we'll post near each other." "Nah, I just came to say hi." Just smiles, a brief little flash of teeth. "Oh thanks," he says. "I'll only be gone a few days, no big deal." "What were you writing?" "Just stuff," just says dismissively. "I like writing on paper. It feels more real, you know? It's more private than having everything on your hollow palm where people could find it." You beg him for more details. Just huffs through his nose, but he looks amused. "Just stuff," he repeats. "How I'm feeling, what the weather is like, what people are doing around the colony. I like observing people. Sometimes I pretend I'm an alien," he continues, "and I'm studying how people act so I can blend in." "Do you ever write about me, haha?" Dis goes red and ducks his head. "Well, sure," he says. "You're part of the colony, right? And you're my friend, so of course I write about you." About to ask to see, but you're interrupted by Utopia calling for all hands to board the expedition vehicles. Dis stoops to pick up the surveying equipment and then he's gone without another word. He must know what to see what he's writing about you. Curious. Wah, 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 wah. I might wanna... Let's have a look around real quick. Let's relax in the park. That's my usual relax spot. It's what my mum does, and I can hang out with Hop to it. Your mother's white astrantia flowers are flourishing in the garden, and everywhere else too. They've really taken to something in the soil here. You even see them outside the walls. Something must be carrying their seeds out towards the wilderness. Ooh. Don't want to forget. I don't want to forget the pink candy, because that's a memory with Tammy. I'll keep both of these. Next month. Okay. I can do robotics now. I can hear Lucy crying. Lucy doesn't like that my door's closed. But she doesn't want to be on this side of it, and she doesn't want to be on the other side of it. She's just mad in general. Lucy, unfortunately, this is the reality you have to live with. Okay. Gonna see in the robotics lab if I can join now. Yeah. As you enter the robotics lab, watch out! Congruence shouts at you from the room speakers just as another weird little robot of unknown purpose comes out scurrying towards you from across the room. It's zigzagging erratically and looks like it's trying to make for the door you just opened. Fix the robot. Oh, Nomia, thank you, Congruence says, wheeling it in on her portable screen. I was running diagnostics on the little fellow when it broke away and made a run for it. I really need somebody to be my hands here, she continues. Everything used to be easier with Hal around. I miss him. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. If you ever want to help me in the robotics lab, just come down anytime. Robot repair and engineering. Repair of robots. What do I get? Creativity, engineering, and nomi-nomi, plus kudos and plus 10 stress. Okay. I hang out with nomi-nomi when I do that too. Reasoning and empathy. But yeah, finally a consistent way to get engineering is nice. It's about to be Vitamnalia as well. What do I want to be doing? I think I got that vision, so I don't know if there's going to be new boss events until the glow when I want to go do that. Yeah. The boss event is done there, so I'm guessing I have to wait until the glow to do that. Is there anything in particular? Visiting engineering at least once, yeah. I want to do the robotics. Let's repair robots. I like engineering. You're honestly pumped for your first day in the robotics lab. There wasn't enough room on Strato for a proper lab, so most of your life you've been warned that the bots the colonies relies on, like the watering bots and the hover lifts, will eventually all break down for good. With fully functioning robotics lab, you should be able to keep those bots active for a lot longer. Plus there's all sorts of unused bots in here. You look around and wonder at the wide array of chassis and shells. Maybe one day you'll even be able to create new robots of your own. Can't wait to show off what you can do. I do have like nearly max biology in this game, which is not true for me. Me as Nomia in real life, biology stresses me out. Anytime I do like any kind of, if I like watch like a biology like educational video on YouTube, which I do for fun, I watch math educational videos on YouTube for fun. I'm normal. But yeah, anything about like biology that's like molecular level, stuff like that, like DNA, that kind of stuff, it like sends me into an existential spiral and I get really stressed out and anxiety ridden. But engineering, I love engineering. I could think about, I kind of want to do, here's a pitch. I kind of want to do a create mod Minecraft series. What if I learned create mod in Minecraft? What if I learned how to engineer? It would be cool, right? Anyways, Congruence is so relieved to have an assistant. Since Hal died, well, Dr. Instant's too busy to help, she says, as you're setting up. Tangent sometimes lends a hand, literally, but she seems to be more interested in her own projects. The chief engineer seems to think they're a lost cause, that we should just recycle them, Congruence opines. Hal would never have thought they were trash. So what are you excited to work on, Nomia? I just like to fix things. Programming is super cool. I want to build something massive. I like to fix things. Okay. Oh, that's good, Congruence tells you. Without Hal here, the broken bots are really piling up. Congruence goes quiet, then adds, go ahead and look around. If you have any questions, let me know. You spend the day getting to know your way around the robotics lab, meeting all the bots you're going to be working with. These broken, forgotten bots just need a little TLC. Okay. Putting on my scary face. There we go. It's the same. Is that more? No, that's less. Okay. Let's do this then. Develop this month +1 engineering. And I get creativity here too. Okay. Set stress. Okay, it's Vitamnalia now. I feel like also the game is trying to prep me for needing to help with the colony defense because that guy fucking blew everything up and now our colony's defense is a lot lower. So I feel like the game is like, hey, maybe you should do something about that. I'm not physically strong though. Hurt robots. Let's hang out and I want to keep doing my engineering stuff. I like it. Pair robots. Heliopause didn't have an onboard AI like Congruence, which must have been hard. She runs the robotics lab just like she runs all the rest of the colony systems. Silently and perfectly. Working with her is like working with all-knowing, all-powerful God, who doesn't mind doing all the chores. You always knew Congruence is more advanced than all the other bots put together, but you didn't realize that the assumption was literal. She programs all the bots based off her own code, so it's almost like they're a part of her. Sometimes while you're walking on a bot, she'll joke that it tickles. As Congruence's hands, you do physical maintenance on the bots. The ones you see most often are the vacubots. As the colony has gotten larger and much dirtier, they're more likely to get clogged and break down. Then people have to do more cleaning by hand, which makes them complain to command, which means more maintenance requisitions on your desk. One vacubot in particular is just eccentric. It's broken in a way that you can't really permanently fix, but you keep patching it up and sending it back out to serve the colony. You see it in the labs so often you decide to name it. Yes! What do we name the little... Oh, still not quite right? As above, export Odie, just a few more, please. Just let me type a name already. Okay, what's the bot's name? Ooh, what's the bot's name? Little vacubot. I mean, Mama and I have had Mama and I had a ongoing joke. There's a Tumblr post ages ago. That was someone saying, all I remember from my Japanese exchange trip, where they like went to exchange and lived with a Japanese family for a while, they said their host mother, whenever they had a Roomba, and whenever the Roomba would get stuck in a corner, she would quietly whisper, "Ganbatte, Roomba-san, ganbatte." And I always think about that. And so I always, we had a Roomba that we named Roomba-san. It was Roomba-san. But I feel like that's too generic. We can't just use Roomba-san. Who is this? Who is this eccentric little vacubot? What do we have? We have Hop to It, and then we have No Underbite. Who's this little eccentric little vacubot? Who are you? You know who was a vacuum bot recently? Mama, when we did Operation Tango. Mama was... That's a cute name for a vacubot. Let's call it Tango. After Operation Tango. Go watch that stream. If you haven't seen that stream, go watch this, the second Operation Tango stream with Mama. There's a part where Mama controls a vacuum bot. So we'll name it after that. Tango. Sounds good. Fixing Rundentech. He stencils the bot's names on his chassis and send it on its merry way. There you go, little Tango. See you again in a few days. Bye, Tango. Ooh. 7. So many. Wah, wah, wah. 50. Let's go. March 12 this month. I'm so engineering. Years of autumnal ushered in with a big military band, horns and drums supplemented by the recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum struns out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends stage to a raucous applause. Thank you everyone, he calls out over the din. Look at you, look at this colony, finally truly united. All it took was a common enemy, he declares. I look at you beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay. Vitamna, do you hear me? He raises his arms towards. Do you hear me, Vitamna? We humans aren't gonna hide anymore. Lum gestures for Security Chief Rhett to join him on stage, then continues. The original fusionist colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vitamnus was the god of cultivation, not rampant, chaotic growth. Clenches his hand to a fist. We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vitamna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Crosses his arm and nods in agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from his stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Minister Seek takes the podium and clears the throat. I want to announce that this is the last year the festival contest will be held. What? That a protest rises from the crowd, and near the front Lum just shrugs and theatrically mounts, not my fault. Seek looks down at him pointedly, then continues, this war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time. Lum takes the stage again and soothes the crowd. I do have some good news, he declares. Starting today, the colony is going to be granting requests from people who want to have children. Happy Mama burbles through the crowds. Yes, that's right. It's time to start the next generation of autumnans and secure a future for our children. Anyway, about this war on nature. I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you'd think that, she mutters. Personally, I think Lum is a total knowledge. She's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24? And everyone listens to him? She flips her hair over her shoulder. They should listen to me instead. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games. The last one's maybe forever. If this war on nature ever ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends all separate to the usual games, you realize this might be the last time that you just get to be kids. What do you choose? Let's do the talent show. Report backstage where Mars and Rex are prepping their acts. Mars is saddled up to Rex is saddled up. Oh no! It's medicine time! I have to take my meds! 1 second. Ba-ba-ba. Medicine has been required. Oh. Report backstage where Mars and Rex are prepping their acts. Rex is settled up to Mars, complimenting her on her outfit, a spangly, sparkly thing that clings to her figure. See the reason for the outfit when Mars takes the stage and launches to a total showstopper, using holograms to digitally change her clothes as she belts out an incredible aria. When the song is over, honest to goodness pyrotechnics blast up all around her. The colony goes wild for it. How do you follow that? Rex gives it his best try, performing something between gymnastics and martial arts, throwing himself in impressive rolls and flips to set to music. Mars gives you a wink as you prepare to head stage. Break a leg, Nomia. Plaz Codestolcha recite poetry. Dance your heart out. I was a dancer when I was a kid. Yeah, but poetry feels the most appropriate. I don't feel like dancing right now. I'm a little pissed. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Okay. Oh, someone at the door. Someone at the door. Oh no. I'll be right. I'm back. Ah, I'm a little out of breath. Ah, Lizzie. Da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Yeesh. Okay. Ooh, I am victorious. Talent show competition 2. Oh my god! This fucking anime ass Rex! Take the stage to utter silence. People stare up at you, wondering what you're going to do. You launch into a recitation of a poem from one of the wartime poets of Earth. We are the hollow men, we are the stuffed men. What is that? Win by a large margin of raucous applause. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends will relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. Ugh. How do I tell Lum to go fuck himself? How do I do that? Is there a mechanic for that? Okay. I think I want to keep engineering. Yes, but you probably won't get it this run. That's okay. I get kudos for this too. Let's do this. Heading back to your quarters at the end of the day, as you pass by the medbay, you hear shouts and scrambling from within. Several surveyors have come back with serious wounds, not the usual broken limbs and sunstroke. One of them is holding a towel to her own leg, staunching blood flow from a massive animal bite. Another looks clearly blinded from acid. It looks like chaos in there. Help. Gosh, it's a good thing you were here. Triaging and getting the most badly wounded into medbeds is difficult, and the others need traditional medical attention while they wait. It's hectic, stressful work, but you're able to keep your head and provide assistance. Okay, good work in there, Nomia, Chief Engineer Instant says. You know, with how the colony's grown, I could use an assistant nurse here, someone I can trust to take care of things while I'm working in the lab. Come back next month and give me a hand if you're interested. Nursing assistant, ooh. Okay. Okay. I could do all fours. Why did that one? Never mind. Okay, win. Engineering, creativity, kudos. I have a lot of kudos. Oh, I'm one away from getting an engineering perk. What was my first one? An extra card. That was pretty good. Have a look around. Do you like how I said I wouldn't play this game for like 4 hours again? It's only 3, it's fine. Let's get that engineering perk, I think. What does the system medbay give me? Biology and empathy. Okay. Ooh. Close to the top of biology too. Okay. Engineering. Engineering, reasoning. Let's repair robots. Yeah. Security Chef Red has brought in one of the Sentry turrets for repair. These damn things are jammed again, he exclaims, exasperated. They turn on, but instead of firing, they just make this loud buzzing noise. He flicks the turret on, and the room is filled with high-pitched clunking squeal. You wince and cover your ears. It's annoying, but not very effective, he shouts over the din. Can you make them kill things again? With bullets, not this noise? The colony needs to be defended from the glow. Work on the turrets is a bit of trial and error, but you've figured it out. You fix the jammed one, grease the rest, and adjust their programming so they don't shoot quite so fast. After a few years out in the elements, they're getting some wear and tear, and old machines need to be operated more delicately. You suggest their requisitions from crews to build shelters for the turrets. Red is impressed by your handiwork and transfers you a few extra kudos. I mean, the colony needs to be protected, but I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. Two cards, gems. I am back. Welcome back. There we go. Okay. And there's an engineering perk. New gadgets in the shop. Ooh. New perk. New cards in the depot. Let's give it a look. Okay, all mental cards values become wild. Ooh. First collectible use is free. Plus 15 to all skills? Holy shit! That's pretty good. I think I'll work a bit more because I've still got the doubled kudos thing. Holy moly, yeah. Maybe I'll try and get, I'm close to the biology perk, and I just got that nursing thing unlocked. So maybe I'll try that. I'll try it out. I'll assist in medbay. Report for your first shift as Dr. Instant's nursing assistant. Whoops! Instant was never supposed to be the literal doctor for everyone in the colony. All of the colony's medical needs were supposed to be covered by the med beds, and then eventually with trained medical professionals from your generation. With the growing number of wounded and sick, it's pulling Instant's attention away from her actual work in the lab, hence why she needs the help. I'm a doctor, not a physician, Instant grumbles as she swipes through her hollow palm to give you access to the medbay systems. I can study local xenofauna so it stops killing us, or I can treat burns and upset tummies. I can't do both. Excuse me. There, she says, as the haptics in your hollow palm pulse. You should have access. Now don't bother me for anything less than a cranial bleed. It's a med bed, not a jar of leeches. Just follow the instructions and push the right buttons. You need something, ask Congruence. Congruence beams at you from our hollow model. Can you handle that? I can handle anything. Okay, that's the spirit, Congruence chirps. It's you and me, Nomia. High five! You gently bonk Congruence's panel with your open palm and she laughs. There are no patients today, so you're going to brush up on your first aid training. Every colonist gets first aid training starting in their early teens. Lungs gotta breathe, heart's gotta beat, blood should stay inside the body. Check. You run through quiz scenarios and congruence for a whole week. CPR, elevate and put pressure on wounds, wrap broken bones, flush eyes with water, leave foreign objects in, and be real careful with neck injuries. Fun fact, Congruence informs you, in the field your hollow palm can discharge its batteries all at once as a makeshift defibrillator. First aid is important, but the goal is just to get the person stable long enough to bring them here to a medbed, and that's where you and Dr. Instance will take over. You'll be fine. It might only be a matter of life and death. No biggie. No biggie, it's fine. Two, 3, 4, 5. Can do that. And then that gets a +3. Sure. Is this better? That is better. Lean. Okay. Biology 96. There we go. Empathy +3. Okay. Biology. I'm nearly maxed out on biology. Just gonna look around. Look around. Does anyone have anything interesting to say? Nomi does. Nomi is camped out in the lounge, their holopad screens spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen is a collection of photos of a manticore. Nomi looks between the two screens, their brow furrowed in concentration as they scribble directly onto the screen with a stylus. What are you doing? Well, Nomi replies thoughtfully, I wanted to write and illustrate a story about aliens, like in Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform, except using the Xenos here in Vitamna, like manticores and faceless and stuff. But they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead. That sounds cool. Thanks, Nomi chirps, scribbling happily at their drawing. I got the idea from the second Turbo Girl Hyperjet OVA. You know, the one where the Medusa demons show up and the aliens and the Turbo Girls have to band together to defeat their common enemy? I remember that part. Nomi looks up at you with a start. Oh, they exclaim. That reminds me. So I'm trying to brush up on my xeno-anatomy, and I'm totally fine with writing, but they blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs. I kind of haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know? To make it go pop. And I want to make sure I'm being, you know, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So I was wondering, could you help me with some of the world building? I'd love to. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Nomi with their story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. You feel really proud of what you've accomplished. I'm helping. Look at them sparkle. They sparkle. Okay. Let's see if I can max out biology. Okay. +3 biology. Well, I'll be 1 away, but if I get a bonus from like the challenge, then maybe. Nem comes in with a training injury, a gouge that runs from her knee to her ankle. She hobbles in with a big smile. This one's gonna be kick-ass, she crows as you help her get to the medbed. Medbeds are a miraculous technology. Combined with genetic modifications made to your body, they can cure diseases and make your cells regenerate quickly, repairing even the most mangled limbs. If it's still attached to your body, the medbed can heal it. For Nem, though, her genetic mutation means that instead of regenerating smooth new skin, she gets rough blue scales instead, much stronger than human skin. Nem flicks the dials on the control panel and fiddles with the angle of the lamp overhead. Seriously, this thing's more comfortable than my bed. It's worth more than the whole ship too, Instant snaps, so don't break it. Nem pulls her hands in with an awkward giggle. You connect to the medbed with your holopalm and see the interface and diagnostics there. It's a confusing mess of readouts and buttons. The user's manual is ridiculously obtuse. You ask Instant for help, but she just scoffs. I don't have time or temperament to walk you through it. I learned how to use it myself and so can you. Just don't break it. Well, I'm smart enough to press the right buttons. It's really very intuitive if you have the half a brain for it. You figure out the machine with 0 problems. The sun lamp turns on, the monitor says please lie still for 2 hours. Nem groans. It's gonna take forever, she complains. Stay with me a while? You end up staying the whole time, keeping Nem company. Okie dokie. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. 5. Ooh. Is that a super goal? That's a super goal. Yes! +1 biology. Yes, there we go. Maxed out biology. Let's go. Where's my applause sound effect? Where is it? There it is. Let's go. And I have 200 kudos too. New perk. Enhance your DNA in engineering. What? What does that mean? Enhance my DNA? Genetic engineering? What the fuck? Go there right now? Oh, I'm going. Just checking out to see if there's anyone who has anything to say to me. Doesn't take time. Ooh. I can just do it? Tinker with your DNA. Of all the people in the colony, you understand genetics the best, besides Dr. Instance, probably. She trusts you to attend to the Genetech machine. With access to a machine like this, you could give yourself a new genetic enhancement. Sure, you probably shouldn't mess with the genome too much in vivo, but one little change couldn't hurt. Of course I want to. Try to install the enhancement extra fingers. Oh! Absorbent brain. Super strength. Calm temperament. -5 stress. Super strength. +1 skill and a mental challenge win. Oh. Calm temperament. I'm not sure. I already have a hop eye to relax me. The absorbent brain sounds good. Kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older they can't absorb much new stuff. Not for you anymore. You're always learning and your curiosity knows no end. It's a tricky process, much more complicated than modifying the malleable stem cells of an embryo. You wouldn't risk doing it again, but this time it works out. Dr. Instance knows what you've done, but you take her silence as a tacit approval of your risky experiment. Oh, so now do I have 2 augments now? Holy shit. I'm incredible. Also, I have 200 kudos now. Holy shit. I think I want to get the brain trainer. +15 to all skills is fucking crazy. Okay. I don't get the +2 to social channels anymore, but that's okay. Holy shit. I'm fucking crazy now. I wonder if I can do any of these now. Okay. Just talk to everybody. See if I can unlock any little chats with them. Easy enough. Oh wait, hang on a second. Can I put both of... If I did this, do I get both of the bumps? I'm bumped up. I'm bumped the fuck up. Hop 2 it still follows me around, so I don't have to have the hop eye equipped. I'm gonna make something. I need bravery 80. What about you? Here's some gossip. 80 persuasion. What about you? I can help you. Why not? I'll help you build something, you horny little furry. Okay. Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a hollow projector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's the hollow projector you used to watch vids on in the crate. Should you give Dissy a gift? Oh yeah, it's his birthday. It's broken ever since the crate was destroyed. I was hoping you could fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. You help Rex bring the hollow projector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it. Complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at it with pride. We just had to figure out what to play for our opening night. Do I have the next one? I do. Engineering aiding. Not sure about this war, he says, scowling. Seems like a bunch of big dick soldiers got it in their heads to start killing things just because they don't look human enough. He sniffs in derision. I'm more human than they are, and I'm part dog. Okay, you know what my hammock needs? Asks Rex. An automatic snack delivery system. When my hand's busy. I was thinking, if I hang a big barrel of cookies up here, he continues, pointing to the gnarlwood tree nearby, I could use ramps and pulleys to bring the cookies over here. He gestures to his hammock. Then they could just roll right into my mouth. You're a stupid little bitch. It's a bold plan. It involves a lot of twisty-turny ramps, gears, levers, swinging arms, and more. It's probably a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but it is hilarious to watch Rex press a button and send a cookie rocketing down a chute and eventually into his mouth. The ground is littered with the cookie detritus of failed runs, but Rex is proud anyway. It works perfect, he says, his mouth full. Thanks for the help. You're an idiot. What about Tang? Ooh, we can study together. Reasoning 40. Okay. You offer to help Tangent with her schoolwork, but she just shrugs you off. I'm not working on school anymore, she says. Chief Engineer instances I'm smart for my age and my talents are wasted in school. She opens her hollow palm and shows you some of her lab notes. It's so much work though, she complains. Honestly, maybe it would be better if, like everyone else, unintelligent people seem happier. Wow. Yeah. Just then, Nem jogs by with a squad of soldiers, all marching in time. She gives you a little wave, then cringes as the leader barks at her to keep her eyes forward. Tang shudders. On second thought, forget I said that. I'll keep being smart, thank you. Yeah, Nem is getting a bit brainwashed. I don't want to talk to you. You want combat anyway. Fuck you. Nem. We're trained together. Toughness 80. Is this out here? Nomi's here. Make something. This. Hello. I think I already talked to them. Right, I already talked to them. Okay. What do we want to do now? Alright. Alright, it's just birthday. It's just Entang's birthday. Yes, give them gifts. Does interest you? Give them one of these. She likes the attention. Up. Can't find Dis outside the walls, even though duty roster has him working on the expedition vehicles today. After asking around, one of his crewmates points to you where she'd seen him disappear into the forest just 10 minutes ago. You thank her and set off into the wilderness. You've picked up a few things about tracking after hanging out with Dis for so long, so you follow his trail into the nearby mushroom forest until you hear him speaking calm and slow. Shh, it's gonna be okay, just let me help you. You follow his voice to find him kneeling on the ground next to a wounded hopeye. The scent of blood and animal fear colors the air. Dis's knife glints as he pulls it from his sheath. Don't worry, he says to the creature. I've got you. It won't hurt anymore, real soon. A branch snaps onto your foot and Dis's head jerks up. His eyes go wide, but he doesn't greet you. Instead, he gestures for you to get a closer look at the hopeye. Its single leg is mangled below recognition from a hunter's snap trap, and it's bleeding heavily. It can only stare up at Dis, defeat in its 4 eyes. It struggles once more, then goes still from the exertion, wheezing miserably. They tell everyone they're humane traps, Dis murmurs, but humans lie, don't they? They lie all the time. The hunters won't be back to check the traps until tomorrow, Dis continues, looking down at the hopeye with a grim expression. I have to put it out of its misery. I can't do it. I have hop to it. Dis nods once and steels himself. With a clean cut, he slices through the neck of the hopeye. It tenses, twitching in fear reflex, then goes limp in his arms. Dis is quiet at your side for a long time, breathing evenly in through his nose and out through his mouth, like he's meditating. It's better to die quickly than to suffer in a trap, but there shouldn't have been a trap in the first place, he says, eventually. He clicks his tongue against his teeth. It's pointless. It's going to die eventually, but not here. It's not natural. It's not the death part that bothers me, it's our vanity. Humans are so afraid of extinction that they'll kill indiscriminately to avoid it. Dis takes out a cloth and wipes the hopeye's blood off its blade, his movements slow and reverent. I used to let it control me too. I thought dying meant living was pointless, he continues. But now I know the truth. Life is short and brutal and hard. It's up to us to fill it with as many experiences as we can. Are we going to spend our lives cooped up in the colony, subjugating nature because it strikes fear into our animal brains? He smiles faintly. Or are we going to get out there and live the only life we've been given? He looks down at the corpse of the hopeye and lays his hand gently against its head. We're all going to end up like this in the end. There's no use denying it, and letting the fear of it controls our action. Never thought about it like that. Isn't it obvious? Dis says, looking up at you. It's not like I'm out there throwing myself off cliffs, but it's not something I let control me. He smiles genuinely. And because I don't fear death, I do so much more living. You should try it sometime. Dis lifts the hopeye's body into his arms and rises to his feet. The smell of death will attract animals right into the other traps, he says, and I'm not taking it back to the colony to be stuffed into a recycler. We have to take it into the woods and give it back to nature. You and Dis walk further into the forest in respectful silence, Dis cradling the dead hopeye against his chest. Eventually he tells you to wait while he finds the tracks of a predator and lays it down nearby, offering to the forest except for that acknowledgement. He returns to you, blood-stained and solemn. It's done, he says. You begin to walk back to the colony, though it's clear Dis is taking his time. After a few minutes of walking, he turns to you and grabs your arm, forcing you to stop and look at him. Nomia, he says, his eyes burning. Promise you won't let me end up like that hopeye. At your questioning look, he squeezes your arm to the point that it almost hurts. If I'm trapped here, just let me go, okay? You're scaring me. Just releases your hand and so takes a step back. I'm sorry, he mumbles. Never mind. Forget I said anything. He stares at you for a few unnerving seconds, perfectly still, before jerking into motion and fishing a pendant necklace from his clothes. He unclasps it from his neck and holds it out to you. Here, he says. You should have this. I want you to have it. You turn and let him put it around your neck. The pendant is large but surprisingly light. You recognize it as a fragment of a unicorn, its pearlescent color shimmering in the light. Wait, I learned more about him. Did I? I'm still trying for it. Just his hands pause on your neck. Maybe, he breathes, so quiet you almost don't hear. Is that okay? His voice is shaking. Is he scared? What's gonna happen? I feel the same way. Smitten! You do? Just says, you're not just saying that because you feel sorry for me, right? You turn around and shake your head. You waited a long time for Just to be ready, and he finally came to you on his own, a bird you had to let go to be free. Started dating this! Woo! Yay! We've done it! We have a scene kid boyfriend! Just regards you with a serious expression. You're the only person in this colony that I've ever really cared about, he says. I don't know why you bothered trying to be my friend when I was trying to push everyone away. His eyes drop to your mouth and linger there. I care so much for you, Nomia, he says softly. It almost scares me sometimes. I've never felt like this before about anything. He cups your face and bends to kiss you, achingly sweet and slow. Like, you can't imagine what I'd do to keep you safe. Okay, it's this moments like this in games where I regret putting in my name because I feel weird about it. I don't like self-insert things. He steps away and looks down at the ground, suddenly evasive. Listen, I don't know how much longer I have left here, he says softly. I just want to know that I want to spend the time I do have with you. Does he have visions like I do? And he's seen something? Okay. What? What does that mean? Also, are we maxed with this? We are! What does this mean? And I can break up with them too. No. I'm gonna click on it. Just thinking the same thing, just says, giving you one of his rare smiles. He shows you a special spot. Reduces stress. Oh! I know a place nearby, just says, his eyes crinkling mischievously. We won't need to take much, just follow me. Just leads you for about half an hour into the wilderness, just far enough that the ever-present scent of smoke and manure fades away, and the forest opens up to reveal a small lake with perfectly clear jade-colored water and soft white sand. Just kicks off his shoes and pulls his shirt over his head, revealing the well-hidden secret of his tanned skin and toned muscles. Holy shit. Oh! He shoots you a little smile. There's no one around for miles, it's just us. You rapidly divest yourself of clothing and dive into the clear pool, swimming out far enough that the only sound is the gentle water lapping against your shoulders and dispels you into a firm kiss! Oh! Oh! Your legs tangled together as you tread water, dipping below the waterline and coming up sputtering, laughing, clinging together in your fantasy of being the only two people who matter in the whole planet. Holy shit! And that didn't take time?! Oh my god, that didn't take time?! Holy shit! Also, I'm at 100 animals, but I haven't unlocked the perk yet for some reason. Oh, because it was a bonus, right? Holy shit. Time doesn't pass when you're in love, I guess. I guess. I think... Go to animal handling. I think because I actually kind of want to make sure I'm at no stress for the glow, because I want to do that thing and I'm worried that that's going to give me stress. It's pretty low, but maybe I should do something that doesn't cause too much stress, I don't think. I should do something relaxing. Maybe I'll play the photophona. I haven't done that in a while. That gives me creativity and bravery. And that'll get me up to 60 bravery. It's only +5 stress. Let's try that. Relaxing After hours, when Aunt Ant pops her head into the lounge, the kitchen, she announces in an artificially sweet voice, is looking for someone to help with part-time cooking duties. Someone young, someone responsible, someone organized. Someone, she stares pointedly at the teens in the room, who might have too much free time on their hand. I'll volunteer. She bustles over to you. You'll be perfect, Nomia, she says, hugging you. Then loudly to the others in the room, she declares, I'm glad somebody around here is responsible enough to put in their share of the work. And look, cooking in the living quarters. Everyone else ignores her, shifting awkwardly. No one wants to disappoint their auntie. Aunt Anne gestures towards the nearby cafeteria and tells you to come by next week so she can show you the ropes. Okay. Oh, I didn't give a present to Tang. Damn it. Oh, that's fine. Okay. This. I can do this and this. There we go. +2 bravery. Oh, the smitten. Oh, what does it give? +1 to all social increases. Ooh! 3 months. Okay. I don't want to save scum, but I do want to save a little bit. Just because I'm worried. Glow ellipsis. Hi everyone. Okay. We're gonna try the thingy. Sneak out, yeah. Now I have the thing. Sneak out to explore the glow. Okay, yep, there it is. No one is allowed outside the colony during the glow, so if you stay out of the lookout sites, there'll be nobody to catch you. It also means that you're alone out here. If you get into trouble, it's going to be big trouble. I hope you know what you're doing. The familiar is unfamiliar during glow. The sky is dark except for the eerie light of the wormhole, seeming so much closer than it usually is, and the gloom makes the shadows deeper and more mysterious. It's so hauntingly quiet that you can even hear the movement of the animals, the beat of soft wings, a whump of something large in the distance. What's that curious sound? It's just a daub's moth taking flight. Its usually dull plumage is an iridescent rainbow, glowing warmly in the dark of the glow. It slowly glides through the mushroom trees. You've been taught to be terrified of glow season since you landed here, that there were monsters out here, circling the colony and attacking anything they saw. But it's so much more serene than you were expecting. Maybe they're wrong, or lying to you. Look for the other. Yes. There should be... colony outskirts. Oh? Yeah, there's a lot of animals out. There's Simmer over on the right. Go look for him. Okay. Okay. I don't remember this path. I haven't been here in a while. A lot of glittering clusters. Down through here. From the start. Is that rock the rock that I want to be on? Oh, there he is. Shadows upon shadows move against each other in the glow, wavering under the gloaming of the mush trees like ghosts. The forest is as still as a creature breathing its last breath. You don't see Sim until you're practically on top of him. Hi, Sugarbug, he laughs, holding you by the shoulders. Miss me? You nearly didn't there. I totally saw you there. Sim smiles. Of course you did. You're practically made for this place. Sim starts walking through the forest, his footsteps finding the path with ease. This is my favorite time of year, you know, he says. I get the sense that you humans are afraid of it. Well, things do tend to attack us. That's true, Sim replies, tilting his head with a funny expression. Those attacks are not natural, as you may have guessed. Glow isn't dangerous at all. It's lovely. He smiles. Glow is a time of healing, actually. A time for the creatures of this planet to go dormant and reflect on themselves, and to strengthen connections with other life forms. Of course the planet repels you, he adds, raising his hand to draw a cloud of glowing spores drifting above your heads. You don't connect. You're like a burr lodged against its skin. Sim continues walking. I'm sure you have some questions for me as usual, he says, his voice wry. What's up with the wormhole? Sim laughs. Just like that? You'd like me to unravel the mysteries of the universe for you? Suffice it to say, I don't think you could fully understand it even if I explained everything I know. He looks up at the wormhole with a thoughtful expression. Truthfully, the wormhole is older than even this planet, he murmurs. It operates on a level of space and time that are beyond even my comprehension. The universe is impossibly vast and unknowable. I'm sure you've already noticed that it's related to your foresight, yes? He asks, and you nod. Your dreams, if that's what they are, always seem to get worse and wet and glow when the wormhole is close to the planet. Many individuals such as yourself are sensitive to a wormhole's effect of time and space, fluctuations and eddies in the normal linear flow of reality. Think of it like an echo, only not your own. Think of it as a version of yourself stood in this spot and shouted and then moved forward in time before hearing their own voice return. You can hear those echoes, choices that person made and events they experienced that may not come to pass for yourself. I'm not the only one? Sim shakes his head. No, though you may be the only human. We gardeners have lived under this wormhole for thousands of years, he adds. Some of us have developed a sensitivity to it as well. We use it to guide us in tending to the planet. Sim stops walking and smiles politely. Well, that is enough for now. The trees have ears, you know. I'll talk to you some more. Hello again, Sugarbug. Getting pretty good at navigating the dark. Sim continues walking. Mind the glowflies, he says, stepping aside to let a flurry of multicolored insects twirl by. I have no idea where I'm going. It is very hard to see the path. Up and to the right. Up in this little trail here. It's the end of this path. From Sim. Here? Oh, up here. There we go. Thank you. You climb up to a plateau ringed with gnarlwood trees. The view is fantastic. You can see the entire valley on this side of the colony from here. You have a curious sense of remembering this place. Not from your dreams, but no, from a vision you had, deep under a strange pyramid. Something important will happen here, but not yet. Take some samples. Ooh. Quest for knowledge continues, so you take some samples and analyze them with your hollow palm. There are wacky things here. There's glowing mushrooms you've never seen before, and a strange amount of deadfall, as if there had been some kind of localized tornado. You log fake location data so it looks like you found these things inside the colony. Utopia would be upset if you know when and where you actually got this. Keep exploring. I just got some samples? That's it? Is that the only yellow exclamation point? I think I've been around most of the areas. There's a little area that I would always see Dis at. It's... Is it here? I think this is a do it twice kind of thing. Okay. Oh. Keep exploring. I'll go see some stuff. Like later. Yeah. I'm gonna go see these. Crossing a section of wilderness here where the plants don't throw off as much luminescence as other parts. It's oppressively dark here. Use your hollow palm as a flashlight, focusing the light as a beam to slowly make your way through the glowing undergrowth. The beam of your hollow palm sweeps over a massive leonid creature with a mane of flowers and 2 crab-like claws. Your stomach lurches downward. A manticore! The manticore isn't the deadly killers of the colony's cautionary tales. Actually, it looks terrified. It backs up against a tree, cowering, its eyes rolling in panic. Keep your light on it. Too scared to move your light away, convinced it will pounce under the cover of darkness. You try to hold your light steady, but you're shaking. So is the manticore. Then you realize it isn't even looking at you. It's staring into the forest to the right. You slowly grasp that the manticore isn't scared of you, it's scared of something else. It suddenly screeches in fear and bolts off to the left. Here's something absolutely enormous moving in the trees off to the right, where the manticore was staring. It's a deep grounding sound, like ancient trees rubbing together in the wind, except there's no wind. You turn off your flashlight and hold your breath. You hear a single loud thump, then stillness again. You wait a full 20 minutes in complete silence. Gradually, the insect chirps and other noises of the forest return, and the glow bugs drift lazily back into the air. You hadn't even realized they were missing, as if the entire jungle was holding its breath too. Whatever it was seemed to just move on. I don't know if I want to have high stress for this glow. But I want to explore out here as much as I can. I do think I'm gonna preemptively take this off and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just in case. I don't know if you want that bravery, I think. Yeah. Do you want that bravery? If I do this, I have 63 bravery. I lose the +5 to challenges on the first round, but I think that's okay. I've got quite a few collectibles. I think I can make it. I don't think I want to have max stress when I go back for the glow. Just in case I need to push through something. But I want to keep exploring! My stats are high. I want to keep exploring. Where was Sim? Sim's here. We'll get an opportunity next time as well. Yeah. Up here. I'll look at the stuff that's near Sim. I want to go to the one nearest to Sim. Come across a sawmill that's been shut down for the season. There's movement inside and something in there is yipping and moaning in pain. You approach it carefully and find that some sort of dog-like creature has gotten trapped in the machinery. It growls at you and blinks its eyes, then its other eyes, and then its other eyes. Boy has a lot of eyes. The loggers won't be back for weeks, so this creature will surely die slowly and painfully. Looks worn out already, but still dangerous. Release it. Try to come near, but it bites at you ferociously, nearly taking your hand off. You don't see a way you can safely free it. This is where we land with this. As you draw your plas cutter, an unnatural weariness comes over you. You feel as though you've been trapped for days in that sawmill yourself, struggling and failing to get free. You're so thirsty and weak from hunger, feeling yourself begin to gradually accept that you'll never escape. You feel an irresistible urge to just give up. You flop to the ground in something of a trance and sit staring at the trapped animal. Then something bizarre happens. A massive shadow drifts into the lumber yard, coming between you and the creature. You have a sense of an immense presence, something massive but graceful. You're not quite sure if you're dreaming, but you feel as you're rooted to the spot and are naturally calm, it's as if you've been drugged. The shadow stays a while, observing you curiously, then it drifts away again. You blink, coming out of your trance. What just happened? Did you fall asleep? You look back over to the machinery and realize that the trapped beast is gone. You aren't even sure if you feel relieved or terrified. Was it freed or eaten? But you decide to get the heck away from this place now and ask these questions later. Come across a strange glowing river in the sky, floating over the mushroom-capped treetops. Reminds you of old Earth vids about the Milky Way or the Northern Lights. It undulates away to the left and right, a river of luminous mist. Beneath it, a curtain of tiny glowing particles slowly rains down to the forest below. I love rain. This is kind of like rain. Cross through it. As you ford beneath the shining sky river, you're surprised to see Nem run past you. Hey slowpoke, she says, turning to shout at you. You're gonna miss the game, come on! You're drawn into a game of sports ball with your friends. Even Tammy's here, handing out cookies and juice. It's a beautiful day. The heat of the sun's on the back of your neck, balanced by a pleasant breeze. Adults begin to gather in the shade of the stratospheric to watch the game. Everything feels perfect. And wrong. It starts with a nagging feeling as you pass the ball to Mars. Something about this isn't quite right. You shake your head, returning from your fantasy to find yourself standing in a thicket, trying to bounce a mushroom like a sports ball. It's a relief to find yourself back in reality, though you're not a little sad for your lost youth. The strange river in the sky seems to have dissipated. You've received only little exposure to it, just a small dusting of those tiny glowing particles, but you wonder what would have happened if you'd gotten a heavier dose. Too worn out and tired to continue. Okie dokie. +3 bravery, +2 perception. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly tack, like they couldn't have waited until you ate dinner. Rude. Outside your window, you watch the colony defense begin to normalize. Your holophone chimes with the usual reminders of all civilian colonists to stay indoors. I'll join. Okay. You head to the garrison to grab a plas rifle, then report to the front. Chief Reps looks surprised to see you, but assigns you to a squad with Nem and tells you to get up on the walls and do your best. On the other side of the walls is more Xenos than you've ever seen in one place ever. They seethe out of the forest, large and small, herbivorous and predatory, fungal and otherwise, flying and crawling and hopping towards the colony with single-minded determination. The air fills with the phew-phew of laser turrets and crackle of plas rifles. The enemy's front line collapses, only to be replaced by even more Xenos, just as many as before, if not more. There's no end to it. The firebreak turns into a graveyard of dead and dying alien bodies, wave after wave, crawling over the corpses until they roil at the base of the walls like foam on a wave when it hits the shore. You hear the walls creaking underneath you, but they hold strong. There's no sunset and glow, but night falls on the battlefield without any break in the fighting. Your fingers begin to cramp from pulling on the trigger of your plas rifle. Finally, you're relieved by the second guard shift. You walk straight into the garrison and right into a dreamless sleep. You're awoken 6 hours later for your next shift. The kitchens have provided the soldiers with pressed soy rations and hot blep tea, which you grab and make your way back to the walls to survey the carnage of the night. As you arrive, your holopalm lights up with a priority message. Security personnel, we are under siege, the security chief says, getting right to the point. On Earth, sieges were used to break city by starvation or drought. We have plenty of food and water. Guards will rotate 6 hours on, 6 off. So long as we keep the Xenos on the other side of the wall, we can hold them off for days, weeks even. Weeks? Everyone exchanges exhausted looks. He pauses and adds, we can do this, we're stronger than them, and we're not going anywhere. You and the other soldiers fall into a fitful rhythm, alternating shifts on the wall with brief snippets of sleep. Gunfire becomes the soundtrack of your days, which begin to smear together like paste. Nem in particular is suffering. She volunteers for relief shifts, sometimes pulling doubles or triples on the wall. You catch her mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seeming to fall asleep sitting up. A minute later she jolts awake and some spoon cutters against their bowl. Tempers grow short as fatigue sets in. 6 days pass. You're on shift, watching Xenos batter themselves against the wall. You feel your eyes unfocus at the sheer formless horde of them. In all these days, they still haven't breached the colony. Sometimes they even seem to retreat, ebbing backwards and reforming somewhere else. It's behavior you've seen before. A group of monsters breaks from the tree line. Nothing new, except for one of them. One of the Xenos looks different from the others, almost humanoid. What is that thing? The creature looks suspiciously like a person, at least from the waist up. Down below, it's a lumbering chimera, vaguely reminiscent of the faceless. Wrapped in tattered bits of flesh and bony protrusions, something like hair flutters behind it, as it turns to look right at you with unnerving, malevolent intelligence. You wrap your eyes, yet still there. That's a gardener. I'm sure it's a gardener. It approaches the base of the wall, and the other monsters surge forward to pound against the gates. You wave to it, and the creature sneers, and to your surprise, approaches the wall. Little weed, they address you in halting, rasping voice. Everything seems to go quiet nearby as you strain to understand this talking horror. Child of breeding rabbits, feral pig, kutsu. Its unnervingly human gaze pierce you. Introduced species, you understand? You wonder if you're hallucinating. Is it holding a gun? You slowly nod yes. You understand the words at least. I'm noctilucent, the monster says through a voice box that seems better suited to guttural wars than human language. A gardener. Designated pest control. I perform my task, unlike gardener symbiosis. Sim! Yes, now that they're standing still, you can see the seed of Sim's slightly inhuman features staring back at you. The hair is a bit like Sim's as well, as if it's actually alive somehow, waving in a wind that isn't there. Why are you trying to kill us? Who are you talking to? Jump as Nem sinks up behind you. When you look back, Noctilucent is gone. Nobody. You shake your head and mumble about something needing sleep. You promised him you wouldn't talk about the gardeners. She nods and pats your shoulder. The siege is getting everyone, Nomia. It's okay. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you look down at the sides of your plasma rifle and see a curious thing. The monsters are retreating. As you gather with other soldiers in the colony square, your hollow palm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Lum. The alien attackers have been defeated, he says. The siege has ended. Lum smiles broadly and puffs out his chest. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertumna. You're welcome, humanity. You're welcome, you hear? And Chief Rhett nearby, looking livid. What did he do? He rants to the security officers. Race out there like an idiot with his honor guard, defend strategically unsound positions, put himself in danger so we had to save his overstuffed ass. The soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. And when I actually needed him, Rhett continues, taking his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slog through endless shifts. Soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperses quickly. Only a few helios remain, covertly filming Rhett while he continues to rail against Lum. On the horizon, the first rays of quiet streak in the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates to begin vaporizing xenocourses for their component molecules. That night you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony, that you're a creature crawling out in the mud on your belly, the ozone crackle of plasma rifle firing arcing overhead. With your talon claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it into your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends. You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. It's just a dream. You're shaking in cognitive film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep before dawn break. Okay, I have to end it here. Lucy's upset. There wasn't even a card thing. Super long stream. Yeah. Listen. Sometimes I get excited. This game is fun, and it's fun to play in longer chunks. Although next week I won't be able to play it at this usual time. No! I just realized that. The visions. I realized I won't be able to play it next week at my usual time. Can I play it at all next week? If I was playing Queer Space game, it'd take more than 2 hours as well. Yeah. I could play next week, but that would mean doing 5 streams, 5 days in a row. Fuck it. I want to do it. I want to keep playing it. If I don't do it next week, I have to wait 2 weeks to continue. I don't want to wait 2 weeks to continue. Fuck it. Next week is 5 streams. You can't stop me. You can't tell me what to do. Take a break at least. Don't worry. No, that's the wrong time. That was the wrong one. Get back here. What's the day I'm looking for? The 6th? Yeah. On the 6th, we'll continue. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I want to. I wanna. Lucy, what do you think? Speak? Speak? Thank you. She has a lot to say. But fuck it, we're continuing. This game is fun and cool, and I want to finish my first run so I can start marathon playing it off stream. It's really cool, and look at how edgy I am. I'm so edgy now. Oh no, this is really upset. I have to end stream soon. Okay, this is my last stream for the week. My next stream will be on Monday, my Monday. It'll be Monster Hunter with Maxie, Kitty, and Chippy. It'll be lots of fun. I'll be posting my stream schedule the day after tomorrow. And Lucy's very upset with me. I have to go so fast. Remember to like and subscribe. You can support me by joining memberships, leaving super chats, or supporting me on Ko-fi. But liking and subscribing is also just as good. Thank you so much. Leave a comment telling me what you think Lucy's saying right now. Lucy, what are you saying? What do you have to say? She's shaking. I have to go. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you soon. Atsunawa. Bye. Oh my god. Bye.